Thursday and Friday, each game by 1 run. This afternoon at Springfield, it is very cold. It's only going to be a high of about 55 degrees this afternoon in the Ozarks. Currently 48 degrees with wind gusts up to 25 miles an hour. But it is a beautiful day. Nothing but sunny skies, not a single cloud up there. It's just a gorgeous day for baseball, but a little bit chilly. So a lot of fans have brought out heavy jackets, even a couple of blankets. I'm wearing my Travelers sweatshirt. And so we're getting comfy and getting set for Texas League baseball. Today's pitching matchup features James Holcomb of the Arkansas Travelers. It'll be Holcomb's Double-A debut. 6'5", 190-pound right-hander from Reno, Nevada. Holcomb last year with Rancho Cucamonga, 10 wins, 7 losses, and a 5.02 ERA. He's 25 years old. Stu Pomeranz will be pitching for Springfield, one of the Cardinals' top pitching prospects. Pomeranz standing 6'7", 220 pounds. Last year went 5-6 in Springfield with a 5.29 ERA, but wrapped up the season with a very strong month of August. We have a pretty good pitching matchup with a couple of hard-going tall righties on the mound this afternoon at Hammond Field. Again, this is the ITT Technical Institute pregame show. Your future can be improved through education. You can prepare now at ITT Technical Institute in Little Rock, and for details, go online at www.itt-tech.edu. Again, that's www.itt-tech.edu. A glance around the Texas League and the Angels farm system after these words on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Hey guys, want another beer?
Another what?
Another beer.
I didn't have a beer. Did you have a beer? I don't think so.
Yes, you did. These beers right in front of you? Remember you ordered them from me?
Where? I mean, I remember eating the wings. Yeah, the wings were good. Are you sure we drank the beer?
Look, you guys came in, you ate the wings, you drank the beer.
Huh.
Whatever. You guys want another round?
Of what?
Beer.
Yeah, that sounds great. You want a beer?
I would love a beer.
Next time, try the light beer with the taste you won't forget. Great tasting, less filling, Miller-like. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
My mother said no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress, headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use directed.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back at Hammond Field here on the ITT Technical Institute pregame show. The Arkansas Travelers and the Springfield Cardinals about 16 minutes from first pitch. Still Elton with you from the ballpark. We're going to take a look at last night's Texas League action, and there was some big action at Frisco yesterday with the Midland Rockhounds and the Frisco Rough Riders combined for 27 hits and 20 runs. Midland on the long end of the stick. The Rockhounds pull it out 14-6 in the ballgame. Midland hit a couple of home runs, actually 3 of them. Kirk Suzuki, Brad Colamarino, Danny Putnam each going deep. Colamarino finished 4 for 6 with 3 runs batted in. Putnam 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs. Winning pitcher for Midland was Bradley. His record 1-0. John Danks got roughed up in the loss, and Danks fallen to 0-1. The San Antonio Missions pulling out their second victory in a row over Corpus Christi, 5-0. 3 San Antonio pitchers combining on a 1-hit shutout. Yorman Fazzardo went the first 6 innings, allowing the 1 hit of the game. He walked 1, struck out 3. Jamie McIntosh, Tim Flannery closed it out, and San Antonio has beaten the Hooks 2 games in a row. 13 hits for San Antonio, 3 off the bat of right fielder Vladimir Valentin. Meanwhile, at Tulsa, the Drillers win another dramatic game. Coming into the bottom of the 9th inning, they were tied at 7 when Jordan Zarnicki took took Ryan Braun deep for the second walk-off homer in as many nights for the Tulsa Drillers. Ryan Braun had given up that home run to Alvin Kalina in the 16th inning on Thursday for the final play of that game. And Braun, in 2 games already, 2 losses with a 20.25 ERA. Tulsa with the victory as still tied with the Travelers atop the North, each team with 2 wins and 1 loss. Well, the Texas League today, mostly night games. We've got, of course, the day game here in Springfield, but across the rest of the league, it is all nighttime action. It'll be Midland at Frisco, 7 o'clock. Corpus Christi hosting San Antonio at 7:05. And Tulsa playing host to Wichita also at 7:05. Of course, we won't be able to give you any updates on those games as they won't be starting until this one is already complete. Now we'll look at the AgPro Farm Report as we glance around the Angels minor league system, brought to you by AgPro of England and AgPro of Central Arkansas, your John Deere dealer, located in Pine Bluff, Maumelle, Stuttgart, and England. Good news from AAA. Salt Lake won their 2nd game in a row, 9-2 over the Tucson Sidewinders. Tommy Murphy 2 for 4 with 3 runs batted in. That also includes Murphy's first AAA home run. Murphy also collected a double in that game. Dustin Mosley, native of Texarkana, picks up the win for the Stingers. Kevin Gregg, 2 innings of relief work. Greg Jones and Jonathan Rowenhurst were able to close it out. And the Stingers, actually the Bees, are now called the Salt Lake Bees. Salt Lake moves to a record of 2-0. A note from the Angels yesterday. The Angels defeated the Yankees behind the strong pitching of Kelvin Escobar, but Escobar split the nail on his middle finger on the throwing hand, and there's a good chance Escobar may miss his next start. This could affect the Travelers' pitching rotation, perhaps. If the Angels need to bring up a starter from AAA, they might go to either Kevin Gregg or Chris Buchek, perhaps Jared Weaver. That would also open up a spot at AAA, perhaps, for Steven Shell, who was last night's Travelers' winning pitcher, so we'll keep an eye on that. Rancho Cucamonga opened up their season yesterday with a 4-3 win over Bakersfield. And the Quakes, that's again their first game of the season. They pick up the win. Josh LeBlanc hit a home run, drove in a couple more. Nick Green picks up the win with 5 strong innings of work, striking out 5, walking nobody, and allowing only 1 run. But Cedar Rapids in the Midwest League falls to 0-2, losing to Beloit by a 2-1 final score. That's your AgPro Farm Report, brought to you by AgPro of England. AgPro is proud to feature outstanding John Deere products, and in fact, you can sign up for a demo for some of John Deere's best equipment at AgPro's website, which is www.agprocompanies.com. It's the Arkansas Travelers and the Springfield Cardinals, but first we'll take a break, return with the Major League scores right after this on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SPC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories. Hey, nobody said quitting smoking was easy, but others have done it, and you can too, with help from the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the help you need to kick the tobacco habit. It's free, and it's free of nagging and preaching, too. So call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and get the help you need. What have you got to lose, besides the most dangerous habit you've ever had? 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call now. KDXE, North Little Rock.
Getting set for action here in Springfield. The Arkansas Travelers and Springfield Cardinals 10 minutes away from first pitch. The pitchers have begun to warm up. James Holcomb in the left field bullpen for the Travelers, and Stu Pomeranz over in the right field corner for the Springfield Cardinals. We'll get to the starting lineup in our next segment. Right now, we'll run down the upcoming games across the Major League. Plenty of daytime action, and there are 3 games. We'll be starting in about 10 to 15 minutes. In the National League, the Mets hosting the Florida Marlins at Shea Stadium. Dontrell Willis making his second start. He goes up against Tom Glavine. The Pittsburgh Pirates, who've lost their first 5 games of the season, send their ace, Oliver Perez, against Cincinnati's Aaron Harang. 12:15 start time in that one in Cincinnati. Over in the American League, about to start in about 6 minutes, will be the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. It's Doug Walker versus Ted Lilly. Other games later today in the National League, 1 o'clock start time, Arizona and Milwaukee. Brandon Webb, Kane Davis are the starting pitchers. The Cubs and the Cardinals doing battle at Wrigley Field. Outstanding pitching matchup of Carlos Zambrano for the Cubbies and reigning Cy Young Award winner Chris Carpenter for the Redbirds. Dodgers and Phillies out at Citizens Bank Ballpark in Philadelphia today. The Phillies have started the season with 4 consecutive losses. Derek Lowe on the mound for the Dodgers, Ryan Madsen for the Phils. Atlanta and San Francisco by the Bay. Tim Hudson and Jamie Wright are the starters. Washington and Houston are one of only 2 night games in the National League today. A 6:05 start time. Ivan Hernandez for the Nats and Roy Oswalt for the Stros. Colorado and San Diego at Petco, 9:05 start time Central Time. It'll be Zach Day for the Rockies and DeJuan Brazelton for the Padres. In the American League, a 1:10 start time at Kansas City with the White Sox and the Royals. It is Vasquez for the Pale Hose and Bautista for Kansas City. Boston and Baltimore at Camden Yards. Kurt Schilling against Bruce Chen. 5:05 Eastern start time in Cleveland. It's the Twins and the Indians. Baker and Johnson, the starting pitchers. In Texas, the Tigers try to start the season with 5 straight wins against the Rangers. Justin Verlander for the Tigers, Kevin Millwood for Texas. Oakland and Seattle tonight, 8:05 start time at Seattle. Barry Zito will take the hill for Oakland. Zito, a 47.25 ERA. Didn't really do very well in his opening start against the Yankees. Jamie Moyer will pitch for the Mariners. And to close out the schedule, it's the Yankees and the Angels at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Randy Johnson on the hill for the Pinstripes, and former Traveler Irvin Santana makes his 2006 debut for the Angels tonight. We'll keep you updated on the scores that are in progress throughout our broadcast on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scores. But right now, we'll take a break, return with the starting lineup, the Trials and the Cardinals, afternoon baseball in Southwest Missouri, and it's right here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
He's been a sports anchor on TV. He's reported on games of the Kansas City Chiefs. He hosts NFL postgame shows week after week. But he still hasn't quit his day job. Gordon Docking is the Chief Executive Officer of St. Mary's Hospital in suburban Kansas City. He's distinguished himself nationally as an innovator in healthcare, impacting the design of the hospitals of tomorrow. But before he was CEO, he was a master's degree student at Webster University. Today, he's an achiever in many walks of life. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. Cashback, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For limited time, we'll give you 1,000 reward points, and you'll get a low 6.9% annual percentage rate for the life of balance transfers. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at ascu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back at Springfield here on the ITT Tech pregame show. I'm Phil Elson with a reminder that your potential can increase with a degree. Create your own career path with a degree from ITT Tech in Little Rock. For details, go online to www.itt-tech.edu. Again, that's itt-tech.edu. A look at the starting lineup. We begin with the homestanding Springfield Cardinals, managed by Chris Maloney. They'll have Mike McCoy leading off at shortstop. Batting second and playing center field, Reid Gorecki. Hitting third for the Cardinals, right fielder Nick Stavinoha. In the cleanup spot, Rico Washington. He'll be at third base. Washington 5 for 9 over the 2 games with a home run and 2 doubles. Hitting fifth for the Cardinals, designated hitter Brian Martin. Cody Arthur in the sixth spot. Arthur playing left field. Batting seventh and at second base, Jarrett Hoffpauir. The eighth hitter is Juan Richardson. He'll be at first base. And rounding out the starting nine for the S-Cards, catcher Dan Moylan. Again, at starting nine for Springfield, McCoy, Gorecki, Stavinoha, Washington, Martin, Arthur, Hoffpauir, Richardson, and Moylan. Here's the Travs lineup. Is penned by manager Tyrone Boykin. Dwayne Bacon in the leadoff spot. He's in center field. Left fielder Aaron Teal batting in the two-hole with Brandon Wood batting third and playing shortstop. The cleanup role, Matt Brown, he's at third base. Jason Espedo, a perfect 4 for 4 last night, including his first home run of the year. Espedo in the 5 spot, and he'll be batting ninth. Playing right field. Batting in the 6th spot, Bobby Wilson. He's catching today. Mike Elward gets a start at first base. He'll bat 7th. David Gates getting his first appearance of the year. Gates, the 8-hitter. He's the DH. And batting ninth, playing second base, Casey Smith. That's starting nine for the Travs again. Bacon, Teal, Wood, Brown, Espedo, Wilson, Elward, Gates, and Smith. Starting pitchers. A couple of tall right-handers going at it today. James Holcomb for the Travelers, an 8th-round pick out of Nevada in 2002. Holcomb standing 6'5", weighs 190. Missed all of 2004 with an arm injury, but rebounded last year with Rancho Cucamonga, post 10 wins and 7 losses. He struck out 128 batters in 142 innings, but he did carry an earned run average of 5.02. Today is Holcomb's Double-A debut. On the hill for the Cardinals, Stu Pomeranz. Pomeranz is 6'7", 220 pounds. Good fastball, good slider. Sometimes doesn't have the best command. Pomeranz pitched very well in the Florida State League last year with a 3.35 ERA and 8 starts. Not so much luck in the Texas League, where in 18 appearances he went 5-6 with a 5.29 ERA. Again, a beautiful day for baseball. Very sunny, very clear up in the skies. Not a chance for rain, but it is cold. Currently 48 degrees with wind gusts blowing at 25 miles an hour. It has thinned the crowd out a little bit. Decent crowd on hand, at least 4,000, maybe 5,000. And it's a busy day of baseball at Hammond Field. First, there's the Cardinals and the Travelers, and then after that, there's a special high school challenge series featuring 4 high schools playing 2 games. So all in all, it's a full day of baseball here in the Ozarks. And a lot of people are actually planning on sticking around, not just for the Cardinal game, but for both of the high school games. We're not. We're watching Texas League ball. There go the Cardinals to take their positions. We owe you one more break before the first pitch. The Travs and the Cardinals, Game 3 of the 2006 season. We'll have the first pitch right after these words on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Mountain Dew, delicious beverage or sagacious investment strategy. You decide.
Well, I've always been a pretty big fan of Dew, so it's just natural that I drink it whenever, for breakfast, at the office, in my car.
Ah, this is going to be a whale of a story.
Since I spent a lot of time in my car, I ended up with a pretty big collection of empties on the passenger side.
Mountain Dew is riding shotgun. What fun!
And one day I was a little short of cash, and I figured, why not actually redeem some of these empties?
Ah, redemption. Whether it be getting a nickel for an empty can or vanquishing a long-time rival is always cause for celebration.
And you know what? I got almost $4 back.
Hey, jackpot!
So, you know what I did? I went out and bought some more Dew.
Reinvesting. Someone was paying attention in Econ. How refreshing. So, there you have it. Mountain Dew is a cash cow. Mountain Dew, do the Dew.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
This sounds like an accordion. Horn section from a local high school playing the Star-Spangled Banner. And the Cardinals send their Field of Dreams buddies off to their seats. Cards have taken their positions wearing the home white uniforms. Travs in the third base dugout with the road grays, Little Rock in red, splashed across the chest in cursive. Hammons Field, a hitter's paradise. You wouldn't know it from the statistics over the first couple of games of this series. The Travelers and the Cardinals combining for only 16 runs over the two ball games. And the Cardinals have scored 7. The Travelers have scored 9. The Travelers have batted .254 over the first couple of games. Springfield .277. A couple of homers for the Travelers, Jason Espito and Brandon Wood. 1 home run for the Cardinals, Rico Washington. 400 feet to dead center field here at Hammond. 315 to the left field corner, 330 to the right field corner. The gaps are not measured, but it looks like it's a little bit deeper in the right center field gap, perhaps 380, and more like 370 into the left field gap. It is possible to rob a home run if you time it perfectly. The fence measures about 10 feet all the way around from the right field corner to the left field foul pole. Our vantage point up here in the press box is just to the left of home plate. Tough to tell what pitch is coming here. So you can see what the plate umpire calls. Plate umpire today, Templeton Peck. Over at third base, H.M. Murdoch and Bosco Baracus calling the outs at first. I'm Phil Elson, and thanks for tuning in to Traveler Baseball, the 2006 edition. And a reminder, fans, our home opener coming up on April the 16th, a 4 o'clock afternoon ball game. Of course, that'll be Easter Sunday, and so we're pushing the start time back a couple of hours to 4. On the field before the game is an Easter egg hunt. So get out there a little bit early. The gates will open about 2:45, and we'll have that Easter egg hunt. And then the big promotion on opening day is baseball, as it should be. First 10 games of the home season, 5 against the Wichita Wranglers, 5 against the Tulsa Drillers, and then the Wranglers come in for a 5-game set. A reminder about tomorrow's game. It's a 2:10 start time here in Springfield. To wrap up the series, the Travelers will head to Wichita right after the game and spend all day Monday sitting in the hotel room wondering what they're going to do without playing a baseball game. But first things first, it's time for action on the field at Springfield. Dwayne Bacon steps into the leadoff spot. The Travelers center fielder has gone 3 for 7 over the first couple of games. And as usual, the corner infielders will play in. Bacon has not attempted a bunt yet over those first 2 games. We'll see if he tries one here. Pomeranz goes from the windup, and the big righty delivers the first pitch. Bacon said show bunt. He takes a strike. 12-12. And a crisp 46 degrees, says the official score. And Bacon, a switch hitter, batting from the left side, was 0 for 3 yesterday. Here's Pomeranz delivery. Bacon swings through a changeup. He missed it, and it's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Dwayne Bacon. Decent eye at the plate. Bacon did take 2 walks yesterday, which included 1 walk after falling behind 0-2 in the first inning, and he eventually came around to score on a sac fly by Brandon Wood. Here's the 0-2 from Pomeranz. Bacon takes high and outside, ball 1. Following Bacon, the number 2 batter is Aaron Peel. Brandon Wood in the 3-hole, and in case anyone reaches, Matt Brown in the cleanup spot. Even with 2 strikes, the third baseman up just a little. Here's the pitch. Bacon got away from a slider down at his shoot tops, and it's 2-2. Washington at third, McCoy at short, Hoffpauir at second. Hoffpauir is a couple of steps into right field. Richardson behind the bag at first. Outfield is shallow, shading Bacon to the left field line. The 2-2 from Pomeranz. Bacon takes high. And just like yesterday in the first outside of the game, Bacon takes an 0-2 count and runs it full. Pomeranz, long and lanky, 6'7", 220 pounds. From Collierville, Tennessee. Here's the 3-2 to Bacon. A swing and a miss on a slider, and Pomeranz strikes him out. Nice downward action on that slider from Pomeranz. And if you're 6 feet 7 and you're standing on a mound about a foot tall and you're throwing above your head, goodness, that ball's coming from about 10 feet high and then diving straight down. That's a tough pitch to hit, and Bacon is taken care of. So here's Aaron Peel. Peel, the Traveler left fielder, scored the winning run yesterday in the 7th inning. First pitch to Aaron, called strike on the inside corner as Pomeranz nips it with a slider, and it's 0-1. 7th inning has turned out to be critical for the Travelers. In fact, in Thursday and Friday's game, they scored the winning run in the 7th. 0-1 to Peel, swung on and missed. Pomeranz goes to the changeup and quickly ahead of Peel, 0-2. Peel, right-handed hitter from Texas, 2 for 7 in the series. He's gotten on base with a walk and a hit batsman as well. Outfield straight away for him. Infield fanned out pretty deep. Pomeranz winds, and the 0-2 is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Peel. Peel seems to be a kind of player that you're not quite sure what his specialty is. He might not even have one, just a very steady ball player. The 1-2 to Peel, waits on the slider and pokes it foul, dribbles away from the catcher down the third base line. And Peel will stay alive. Still, it's a 1-2 count with 1 away and nobody on base. Peel has a little bit of power, hit 19 home runs between single A and double A. Hit over 300 at both stops. And a pretty good outfielder as well. He's choking up just a little bit. Here's the 1-2. He pops it up. Shallow right field. Out from second is Hoffpauir. Hoffpauir calling off the right fielder Stavinoha. And Hoffpauir makes the catch. He almost dropped that one. A little snow cone coming out of his glove. Thought he was able to squeeze it at the very last split second, and there's 2 out. Brandon Wood coming up next. Pomeranz, in his 4th professional season, he was drafted as a 17-year-old out of high school, given a pretty large bonus as a second-round pick. Cardinals are pretty high on Pomeranz. Here's Wood, a couple of prospects facing each other. First pitch on the way to Wood. A swing and a pop-up in the shallow center field. McCoy underneath it, the shortstop, making the call. Second baseman Hoffpauir backs off, and McCoy squeezes that. And the Travelers go down in order in the first inning. We'll go into the bottom of the first with Traveler righty James Holcomb about to make his Double-A debut against the Springfield top third of the order here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
National Baseball Hall of Fame member Hank Greenberg worked as the general manager of the Cleveland Indians after his playing days were over with the Detroit Tigers. One off-season, contracts were sent out to all the players on the team for their signatures. Several weeks later, Greenberg received an unsigned contract from one player. He sent a telegram to the player. It said, "In your haste to accept the terms, you forgot to sign the contract." A telegram from the player arrived the next day. It read, "In your haste to give me a raise, you put in the wrong figures." I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the Church of Rock Creek. But remember, today, in all your relationships, your perspective changes the way you look at life.
The Church at Rock Creek has 4 weekend services. Worship times are Sunday mornings at 8 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 11 a.m., and Monday night at 7 p.m. For more information, call 225-8684 or look on the web at www.churchatrockcreek.org.
We've got a crazy fan on the field here, folks.
He's wearing more body paint than a Mustang, Bob.
Uh-oh, here come the refs. But he's not slowing down. Fakes left, goes right, throws the straight arm. He's made it past the end zone.
Say hello to Mr. Goalpost.
Sports injuries can be ugly, but with some of the best orthopedic physicians in the state, Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas deliver the kind of care that can help you get back on your feet and back to the games you love. For an athletic trainer or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline, 227-8478.
Oh, he's going to feel that in the morning.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We go to the bottom of the first inning here in Springfield on a breezy, cool afternoon. James Holcomb about to complete his warm-up as James makes his Double-A debut here on April the 8th, 2006. Holcomb selected by the Angels in a 2002 draft as an 8th-round pick out of the University of Nevada. Born in San Jose, lives in Reno, and Holcomb has put together 14 wins and 14 losses over his career in 53 appearances with a 4.39 ERA. Fastball, curveball, changeup. Pitching coach Ken Patterson really likes Holcomb's makeup. He'll attack the strike zone. He will work very quickly. And Patterson also likes that Holcomb throws almost directly over the top and has a nice downward angle to the plate. Mike McCoy steps in, and Holcomb goes to work. He'll go to the windup, and the right-hander delivers to McCoy. A strike on the outside corner with a fastball. McCoy, 1 for 7 over the series. Right-handed batter. He's the shortstop. His throwing error in the 7th inning led to the Travelers' winning run. Holcomb's 0-1 missed a little high and tight. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mike McCoy. McCoy's got a small strike zone at 5'9", 175. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He swings and misses. Nice fastball from Holcomb, handcuffed McCoy. And now the count is 1-2, and the corner infielders back off. Brown beyond the bag at third. Elward in back of first base. Infielders straight away. Wood and Smith, the shortstop and second baseman, right up the middle. The 1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out and made McCoy look a little bad on that swing. Looked like James put a little sinking action on the fastball, and it dove right underneath McCoy's bat, and he almost corkscrewed into the ground. So each pitcher starts their season with a strikeout. Stu Pomeranz whipped the first Traveler batter of the game, and James Holcomb does the same. Strikeout number 245 in James's career in a little under 267 innings. Reid Gorecki stepping up to the plate, right-handed batter. Holcomb goes to work and comes home with a strike at the knees, and it is 0-1. Gorecki, the center fielder, 4 for 9 in the series. The 0-1 on the way. Swung on, lifted in the air in the shallow center field. Dwayne Bacon got a good read. Freezes in his tracks, comes in 2 steps, and puts it away. So there's 2 gone quickly in the bottom half of the first. Aaron Peel, the Traveler left fielder. Bacon out in center. Esposito in right. Not too many changes for the Travelers over the lineup in the first 3 days. Ty Boykin had the same lineup from Thursday to Friday. The only 2 changes today is that Greg Porter is not in the lineup, and neither is Eric Roblin. Stavinoha, right-handed batter, late on a fastball. He swings and pops it up out of play over the roof at first, and it's strike 1. So on the bench for the Travelers today, he's got a couple of left-handed hitters in Porter and Roblin, and then Brent Del Chiaro backing up as the catcher. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Holcomb. Stavinoha backs away, and it's high and inside. It's 1-1. 2 outs and nobody on base. Bottom of the first, 0-0. Stavinoha, 1 for 4 yesterday. He's 3 for 7 over the 2 games of the series. 1-1 pitch from Holcomb. Here it is. Check swing by Stavinoha. Plate umpire calls it a strike on the inside corner. 1-2. So Holcomb not wasting any time here. He's just getting up on top of the mound, getting Wilson's sign. He winds up, he kicks, he rears and deals. And Stavinoha stays alive with a foul ball over the net. Stavinoha took a mighty big swing right there. See Stavinoha, he is rock solid. Very muscular. 6'2", 225 from Houston. There are only 3 singles over the series so far and a sacrifice fly. Holcomb staring in for the sign, trying to finish the inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Stavinoha got another piece of the ball, a slider that came inside, but he fouled it off his foot. And the count remains 1-2. That's the 3rd foul ball hit by Stavinoha. Holcomb 6'5", 190 pounds. He's actually put on 20 pounds since he was signed. The 1-2 pitch. He got him looking. Strike 3. A fastball at the knees over the outside corner in a mighty fine first inning for James Holcomb. He racks up 2 strikeouts in a perfect frame. We'll go to the second. 0-0 here at Hammond Field. It's Traveler Baseball on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in Central, North Central, and Northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious selections from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin-Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's. Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what to do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone, nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Returning to Hammond Field, we go to the top of the second inning. Both pitchers looking very sharp in the first. Stu Pomeranz needed only 12 pitches to set down all 3 Traveler batters. James Holcomb needed also 12 pitches to set down all 3 Cardinal hitters. So in the top of the second, we start with the number 4 batter for Arkansas, Matt Brown. The third baseman will lead off, followed by Jason Espino and Bobby Wilson. Reminder, Traveler fans, the Texas League All-Star Game is Tuesday, June the 20th at Raywinder Field. Tickets are not yet available. We'll make an announcement on the website at Travs.com when they are available. But if you are dead set on getting that All-Star ticket, well, you can make sure you get one by purchasing a Traveler season ticket. $210 for a box seat, $160 for a grandstand season pass, and they all come with an All-Star ticket for June the 20th. The All-Star Game brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers, available online at afcu.org. Another note about our season tickets: if you buy a season ticket this year, you are first in line for that same seat at Dickey Stevens Park in 2007. Matt Brown going to work against Pomeranz, and the big righty missed with a high fastball, and it's 1-0 to the Traveler cleanup batter. Brown, 1 for 4 in yesterday's game, helped start a spectacular double play in the first inning. The 1-0 pitch to Brown, called strike. Up in the strike zone over the outside half. Pomeranz seems to have good command with the fastball today. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown, big right-handed hitter, tall in the box, swings at a pitch, hits it high in the air to left field. Harther back a couple steps, now will come in and make the catch, and there's 1 out. Ball not going to carry very well to left field today. The wind is blowing out towards right, and just as yesterday, the Texas League flags on the Hammond Field scoreboard are not just blowing towards right field, they're pointing up to the sky. So the wind will be a factor on balls hit to right field, but not so much to left. Here's Jason Espino, who took advantage of the wind a little bit. Hit a home run yesterday that the wind only helped to get on top of the batting practice building in right field. First pitch on the way, and Espino takes a strike on the outside corner. Jason had the first 4-hit game of the season for the Travelers yesterday. Had a double, 2 singles, and the long ball. Pitch on the way. High fly ball by Espino to right field. That's not going to carry well. Stavinoha over to the line a few steps, and he makes the catch. And Espino is out number 2. Espino just a little bit in front of that pitch. Hit it well, but his weight was already in front of him. Quickly 2 outs, and here comes catcher Bobby Wilson. Wilson's done a great job behind the plate. He showed off his throwing arm yesterday, tagging a Cardinal base stealer at third base. He's called 2 good games as well. And at the plate, Bobby's gone 2 for 7 with a run scored. Right-handed batter swings at the first pitch, number towards the third baseman. Washington charges, gloves it on the grass. On the run, his throw is on the money. And a very nice play by the third baseman. Washington will set the Travs down in order for the second inning in a row. We'll go to the bottom of the second now. Nothing here at Hammond Field. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
The romance begins at Cupid. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donaghy Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway, 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Perelman in Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Travs games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne-Winder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne-Winder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Traveler Baseball moves into the bottom of the second inning at Hammond Field on a sunny, breezy, I don't know if breezy is the word to use, windy afternoon here in the Ozarks. Busy day in Springfield. There's a couple of high school games set to start right after the Travelers ball game. And don't forget, we wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon, a 2:10 start time. ITT Tech pregame show is live at 1:50. I'd like to welcome our listeners on minorleaguebaseball.com, our webcast partner this year. Be sure to tune in to Around the Minors 4 times a week from 11 to 12 Central Time. It's 12 to 1 Eastern Time. Rico Washington leading off for the Cardinals, left-handed batting third baseman, and James Holcomb starts the inning with a strike on the outside corner. Washington, Martin, and Harther, 4, 5, and 6 batters. Washington hit the only home run of the first 2 games for the Cards. Holcomb throws outside a little bit, 1 ball, 1 strike. Washington accounted for all 3 Cardinal runs yesterday with a line drive home run to right field in the 6th inning. That tied the game at 3. Pitch on the way. Backdoor slider, and the back door is open. Called strike 2. Nice pitch by Holcomb. Washington's been a very tough out over the 2 games. He's 5 for 9. Here's the 1-2 from Holcomb. Fastball backed him off a little bit. Purpose pitch, and it's 2-2. James got that one up to 91 miles an hour on the brand new radar gun reading in the right field corner here at Hammons Field. The 2-2 on the way. Off speed, just a little bit high. Close pitch there. Now the count full. Washington, a home run and 2 doubles over the series. One of the main power threats in the order. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped foul outside first base. Nice play by the first base coach, Joe Cunningham. They'll flip it into the seats. The best play a coach has made over the young season. Holcomb climbs back on top of the mound. Holcomb already 2 strikeouts. There's the windup and the payoff to Washington. Swung on, hit in the air to center field. Bacon in a few steps, freezes. Lane reaches up and makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Still no base runners for either team. 6 up and 6 down for the Travs. 4 up and 4 down for the Cardinals. Here's Brian Martin. Martin, the full-time designated hitter, it seems. We haven't seen him play in the field yet. A right-handed batter. He was 1 for 6 in the series with an infield single to his credit. Holcomb with a windup and a pitch. Martin takes a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Holcomb has started every batter off thus far with a strike. Martin bounces the bat off his right shoulder and waits for the 0-1, which just missed inside a little bit, a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Martin 6'2", and they're listing him at 224 pounds. The 1-1 pitch hit him. And here's your first base runner of the game. Martin plunked on the left elbow. That's the 3rd time he's been hit by a pitch in the series. And it's the 2nd elbow that Martin had hit by a pitch. And it seems like he puts his elbows a little bit closer towards the plate when he steps in and doesn't do too much about trying to get out of the way. But the pitch hits him, and he takes his base. So Holcomb will work from the stretch for the first time, and now he faces the 6-hitter, left-handed batting Cody Harther. First pitch on the way to Harther. Swung on, hit towards the left field corner. Aaron Peel going back. That is over his head. It'll roll to the fence. There goes Martin for 3rd. They'll hold him there. Brandon Wood takes the throw from left fielder Peel. And the Cardinals have 2 men in scoring position on the double by Harther. Looked like Peel was taken a little bit by surprise by how far that ball went. Harther got a hold of it pretty well and sent it towards the corner. Peel took 1 step in and then turned around and went back. He may have had a chance to make the catch if he started going back originally, but unable to do so. There's the first hit of the game, a double by Harther, his 2nd double of the series, and now 7-batter Jarrett Hoffpauir bats. Travelers bring the infield about halfway up. First base open, 1 out. Here's a pitch. Hoffpauir looks at a strike, a fastball right down Broadway. 2 games ago, Hoffpauir was put in almost the exact same situation in the 2nd inning. 2nd and 3rd, he delivered a sac fly on 1 pitch. This time he was a little bit more careful. Holcomb at the belt, checks 3rd, kicks and comes home. Hoffpauir, little number to the mound, played by Holcomb. He's got the runner at 3rd base, caught in a rundown. Martin running to the plate. He'll be tagged out by Wilson. Wilson throwing to 3rd, and they drop the ball. Harther would have been dead to right. if the ball was caught at third base. But credit Holcomb with a smart play, taking that little comebacker, quickly running right towards Martin, flipping to the third baseman Brown to start the putout. That play will go 1-5-2 at the plate. Harther, very dangerous base running. He tried to go to third base. Wilson had an easy play at third, but it looked like Brown, that might have been Wood, who was covering at third base, was unable to catch the ball. And so Hoffpauir will get it to second base on a fielder's choice. And again, that play goes 1-5-2 at home. So no run scores on the play. There's 2 outs, and then it's second and third for the number 8 batter, Juan Richardson. Richardson getting his first at-bat of the Cardinals. And a first pitch from Holcomb missed a little upstairs, and it's ball 1, 1-0. Juan Richardson, a 6-year free agent signed by the Cardinals from Philadelphia. 87 career homers. Here's a 1-0 from Holcomb. Richardson swings, grounds up the middle. Wood giving chase, dives, stops it, gets to his feet, flips to first, and he does get the out. A great stretch by Elward. Wood saves a couple of runs, and the Travelers keep the game scoreless. Great play by Brandon Wood. That'll get a star. No run for the Cardinals, 1 out, and 2 runners left. We'll go into the top of the second, and it's still 0-0 here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
When good spark plugs go bad, even a drive in the country is in jeopardy.
Hey, spark plugs, let's get Captain Nova some performance anxiety.
I don't understand. This never happened before.
Yeah, whatever.
Car's performance letting you down?
Who's this guy?
Autolite XP Extreme Performance Spark Plug, ma'am.
You seem different from the other spark plugs.
I have iridium-enhanced fine wire technology for faster ignition and optimum performance.
Ooh, that's hot.
Autolite, it's time to change your plug.
About 3 months ago, I put a new shaft in my driver, and let me tell you, I am hitting the ball 18 yards farther than I have ever hit in my life. It's the Mitsubishi Rayon Diamante shaft, and it's also won 8 times on the tour this year, including the Masters. For 20 years, Mitsubishi Rayon has built the high-performance shaft in Japan, and now they brought it to America. The Diamante is available in 6 different weights from 53 to 103 grams and multiple flexes. Go to MitsubishiRayonGolf.com, and you too can start hitting the ball farther than you've ever hit it in your life. I guarantee it.
It's ironic. They're called answering machines, but they never give you answers. Oh, sure, they tell you so-and-so isn't here right now, but you have no idea where they went or when they'll be back. Of course, with Geico, you won't talk to an answering machine. They have thousands of car insurance specialists standing by, so you always get answers from a real live person. No wondering, no waiting, no irony.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico. 1-800-947-AUCO.
KDXE, North Little Rock.
We return to the top of the third inning here at Hammond Field after a spectacular defensive play by Brandon Wood keeps the game scoreless. Wood, who had some troubles at short yesterday, committing both a fielding error and a throwing error, that time showed off his range, getting to a hard grounder behind second base, and dexterity. He didn't necessarily throw the ball to first as much as he just tried to get rid of it quickly and accurately to first. Credit Mike Elward with a very nice stretch, though not quite to the caliber that Greg Porter has shown when he actually does the split. Elward unable to do the split, but he was out there far enough to make sure that Richardson was just a half step too late. A great defense by the Travelers, and it keeps them right in the ball game with a 0-0 score. 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Travs in the third inning. It'll be Mike Elward to lead off. Stu Pomeranz hasn't allowed a base runner over the first 2 frames. So Elward, big right-hander, stands in and stands away from the plate. First pitch on the way, called strike, 0-1. Elward's been a DH the first 2 games. Mike usually a little bit of a better hitter when he's playing in a position in the field. The 0-1 from the big righty. Elward swings line drive foul. He was a little bit in front of that pitch. And the count is 0-2. Pomeranz been ahead 0-2 3 times. As a matter of fact, Pomeranz has missed the strike zone with only 5 pitches so far. He's locked in. 0-2 on Elward, a .287 hitter last year. Here's the delivery. A swing and a pop-up over the first base side. Over to the seats it'll go. Richardson shading his eyes from the sun, but that's into the crowd and out of play. Still 0-2 on Elward. Gates and Smith due up after Mike. Elward certainly a professional hitter. He really improved in the field last year. He was outstanding at first base. And now an 0-2 on the way. Elward swings, line drive to shallow center. Gorecki coming in, and he makes the catch. That one held up in the air just a little bit too long. And may have been the best hit ball by a Traveler thus far. But one way or the other, it's the 7th consecutive batter set down by Pomeranz. Here's David Gates. Gates in his second go-around at Double-A. He was a part-time outfielder, part-time DH for the Travelers last year. Right-handed batter holding the bat high. First pitch on the way, and Gates looks at a breaking ball low, 1-0. Looks like Gators changed his batting stance a little bit. He's never held the bat quite as high as he is right now. Almost parallel with the ground. Pitch on the way, down low, and it's 2-0 to Gator. First time Pomeranz falling behind 2 balls, no strikes. Gates had a very hot month of April last year, but cooled off the second half of the season. The 2-0 pitch, check swing, fastball is high. They'll appeal to the first base umpire, and he says he didn't go. 3 balls, no strikes on Gates, with Casey Smith on deck. Gates getting his first at-bat of the season here, missing the first 2 games. 3-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. Took a nasty hack and an off-speed 3-0 pitch. So Pomeranz crossed him up. You can remember Gates hitting at least 1 home run on a 3-0 pitch last year, and just trying to do the same thing there. The wind has switched positions. It's blowing in from left field now, so it'll be hard to hit one out. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a slider, and Pomeranz comes back from a 3-0 count. It's full now. Gates last season, 16 homers, 247 batting average. Season before that at Rancho, set a career high with 20 long balls and 86 driven in. The 3-2, strike 3 called on the inside corner. Fastball from Pomeranz, and it just nudged that inside black. So Gates walks back into the dugout, bat in tow. 2 gone, nobody on base. 8 Traveler batters up, 8 Traveler batters retired. 0-0 score, and here's the 9-hitter, Casey Smith. Casey getting his first at-bat of this season right here. First pitch on the way. Smith swings, ground ball past the mound into center field. There's your first Traveler hit of the afternoon. And on the very first pitch that Casey Smith sees this year, he collects a base hit. It's good to see Casey back with the Travelers. He's been Mr. Organizational Infielder over the past 2 years. And remember, he started with Arkansas in 2004 and had a tremendous beginning to the season, but Salt Lake, the AAA team, needed an extra infielder, and he ended up being that extra infielder the rest of the year. Last season, Smith only played 83 games, mostly due to injury. He did play all 4 positions on the infield. Smith at first, now it's Dwayne Bacon batting. Third baseman comes up, and Bacon looks at a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1 to the Traveler center fielder. So the first go-around for Pomeranz. Only allows 1 base runner, strikes out 2. 1 single, no walk. Bacon struck out on the first. Here's the stretch. Bacon waits. The kick, the pitch. Right over the heart of the plate. Strike 2. Smith, not much of a speed serve, taking a short lead. Currently standing at first base, talking with Keith Johnson, Trav hitting coach. Gives him a little direction. Casey takes the lead. 4 steps off the base. Here's the stretch. Pomeranz comes home. Bacon takes one in the dirt. Blocked by Moylan. There goes Smith for second, and there's no play. Might have seen that one coming. I'll call it a stolen base. More of a delayed steal than anything else. Thought process there. If Smith gets caught stealing, then you got Bacon, your leadoff man, starting the next inning. He gets into second base, and Bacon could put the Travs up with a base hit. Dwayne still without an RBI over the first 2 games of the season, though he has scored 3 times. Pomeranz comes set with a 1-2 count. 2 gone. Next, Smith at second delivers. And Bacon pops it up over shortstop. McCoy, plenty of room, plenty of time. 2 steps into the outfield. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. The Travs do get on the scoreboard with a hit, but no runs. One stranded, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Springfield nothing, the Travs nothing. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
From the hilltops of Atlanta to the California sand. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah. I'm a burrito in every
Most Burritos, 2834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's at North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has two convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Park Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the Yellow Pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Phil Elton with you back at Hammond Field on Little Rock ESPN 1380. Beautiful day for baseball here in the Ozarks. Understand it's quite comfortable in Little Rock today. Hope you're enjoying the start of your weekend. Make us part of your weekend tomorrow. 2:10 start time. Travs and Cardinals wrap up the series. ITT Tech pregame show at 1:50. And Monday, an off day in Wichita. We're going to spend that entire day in Wichita and then back to action on Tuesday. A 6 o'clock start time, 5:40 pregame. You know, the series in Wichita is 5 games with 4 different start times. We'll be lucky to get to the ballpark on time a couple of those days. Dan Moylan leads off the third for the Cardinals. James Holcomb misses with the first pitch, ball 1. Moylan, the 9-hitter, followed by Mike McCoy and Reid Gorecki. Moylan's left-handed. He steps out of the box. And now quickly back in there. Backup catcher. Here's Holcomb's 1-0. Fastball, strike on the outside edge, 1-1. Cardinals the last couple of games have started Iker Franco behind the plate. Franco with a couple of base hits with 3 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch to Moylan. Same spot, right on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Holcomb, strike 2. Holcomb over 2 innings has allowed 1 hit. He's hit a batter. He struck out 2. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball, foul outside third base. Moylan just got a piece of that ball and hit it off the very end of the bat. He splintered the bat, tosses it to the bat boy, gets a new one from the dugout. Went up to the plate originally with a black bat. He's going to finish this at-bat with a brown one. And that ball was just a little bit foul. Third base umpire Murdoch had a good look at it. Moylan steps back into the plate now. Moylan, a decent catcher, not too much of a hitter. He hit .210 last year with Springfield. The 1-2, he pulls it foul this way to the first base dugout. It's into the Cardinal bench. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Moylan doesn't run very well, but he can throw. Chokes up a little. Holcomb into the glove. Big righty. Rears back and delivers. Change up, and Moylan got a piece of it. Fouled it back. Holcomb missed the entire 2004 season due to injury. He started his career with 2 decent campaigns in the lower minors. The 1-2, a soft fly ball over the second baseman's head. It'll fall in front of the Speedo, and Moylan is aboard with a leadoff single. A little dunker into right field. Not much Smith could have done, and the Speedo wasn't playing shallow. So, Moylan aboard for the top of the order, and here's Mike McCoy. McCoy, a strikeout victim to start the game for Springfield. Now 1 for 8 in the series. Right-handed batter, and the Travs guarding against a possible bunt. Brown in at third base. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt. He pushes it between first and the pitcher's mound. Here comes Smith. They'll shuffle to first. Elworth there for the out. Nice play. But Moylan does advance to second base, and they'll call that a sacrifice bunt, 4-3. Boy, it looked like McCoy wanted to reach base. He didn't bunt that straight to the mound or to third. Very accurately pushed it between first and the pitcher's mound. Holcomb had no chance at it, and it's a good thing Smith stayed home. Smith did not take the time to rear back and throw it to first. He shuffled it with his glove. So a nice job done by the Travelers' second baseman. Here's Reid Gorecki at the plate. There's the Cardinals once again have a runner at second base with less than 2 outs. They failed to score in the second, however. Gorecki, right-handed, flied out in the first. First pitch, he hits it in the air to dead center field, hit pretty well. Bacon ranging back. He's got a bead on it towards the track in right center. He makes the catch. Tagging from second, Moylan will get to third with no play. Boy, Bacon, he ranged out there quite a bit from when he originally thought he was going to catch the ball in dead center field. The wind blew it out between a couple of billboards in right center, and it just kept carrying, and it died at the warning track just a few feet in front of the fence. So 2 outs. And Gorecki just got underneath that ball a little bit too much for it to get out of the park. Here's Nick Stavinoha. Stavinoha called out on strikes in the first inning. He's 3 for 8 over the series. Holcomb from the stretch checks third and delivers. Stavinoha looks at a ball. A fastball outside, and it's 1-0. Stavinoha envisioned to be a big RBI guy. However, just 1 RBI over the first 2 games. Here's Holcomb's 1-0, and Stavinoha looks at ball 2, a slider missing high. Everybody deep on the infield. Outfield straightaway. Esposito a step in at right. And now the 2-0 from Holcomb. Stavinoha checks the swing, but takes a strike on the outside half. 2-1. Holcomb lived dangerously in the second inning. Cards had second and third, 1 out. Failed to score. James made a nice play on a comebacker, and then Wood with a fabulous diving stop to save a run. The 2-1 pitch is swung on, hit in the air to shallow right field. Here comes Esposito. Esposito sees it in the air, stops, reaches up, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Another nice job by Holcomb. He pitches around a leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit, and a runner left at third. We go into the bottom of the third. It's still 0-0. The Travs and the Cards on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Norfolk, Illinois.
Get out today and hit the links. Stone Lake. Stone Lake's golf course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state. Sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Lakes has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Lakes features reasonable green speed and 18 lake-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Lake, or visit online at stonelakes.net.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
3 innings are in the books at Hammond Field. Not too much doing offensively. Here are your totals for the Arkansas Travelers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They stranded 1. And the Springfield Cardinals, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left. Cards have had the better of the scoring chances. They had runners at second and third, and one out of the second. They failed to score. And the Cardinals left a runner at third base in the third inning. Meanwhile, the Travelers have had only one base runner, as Stu Pomeranz really seems to be locked in today. Pomeranz, 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no walk. Aaron Teal is going to lead off for the Travs, followed by Brandon Wood and Matt Brown. Teal popped out in the first inning and is now 2 for 8 over the series. Pomeranz has been very effective with just about everything he throws, especially the fastball. And he can always pitch off the fastball. Here's a first delivery to Teal, and the right-handed batter takes high and tight for a ball, and it's 1-0. Later tonight in the Texas League, it's action in Frisco, Corpus Christi, and Tulsa. 1-0 to Peel, swung on, popped up, shallow center. Gorecki shading his eyes, reaches up, he's got it. And Peel is out number 1. He's now 0 for 2. Midland and Frisco, 7 o'clock start time. Ray Aguiar for the Rockhounds. Nick Massett will pitch for the Rough Riders. The teams have split the first 2 games of that series. Corpus Christi still trying to get a victory after falling to the Missions 2 games in a row. Missions 1-hit Corpus Christi yesterday. Cesar Jimenez for the Missions. Mitch Talbot for the Hooks. Here's Wood. Brandon takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Brandon pops up in the first inning, yet his presence has been felt in the field with a spectacular diving play to save a run. Right-handed hitter waits. Here's the 0-1. Brandon swings, line drive to the gap in left center field. That's down for a hit. Gorecki over to cut it off. Picks it up. Wood makes the turn and holds. It'll be a single for Wood. So that's the first single of the season for Brandon Wood. He's had a home run and a double, both on Thursday. And the young shortstop collects the Travs' second base hit of today. This will bring Matt Brown to the plate. And the last game of the Texas League will be in Tulsa tonight. The Drillers have won both of their first 2 games, each on a walk-off homer. 16-inning game on Thursday. They decided to only go 9 yesterday. The Drillers send Juan Murillo to the hill against Kyle Middleton. 7:05 first pitch. Here's Brown. Jumps out of the way of a fastball as Pomeranz came at the knees. And it's 1-0 to Brown. Major League games are starting to get in progress right about now. In fact, they've been in progress for the last 40 minutes. Get you the update on the Southwest Airlines scoreboard. As Wood leads from first, Richardson reaching out to hold him on. Here's the pitch to Brown. He waits. Off-speed pitch called strike. Inside corner, 1-1. Brown 3 for 10. 1 RBI, 1 double. Outfielders are Shallow and Rice. The lead off first by Wood. The stretch, here's the pitch. Brown swings, ground ball, foul outside third base. Foul by less than a foot, pretty close. And it's 1-2 on Brown. People still filing into the ballpark. They announced almost 8,000 at the game yesterday. This season, anything over 6,750 ranks as a sellout at Hammond Field. They actually removed some seats during the offseason to make more aisle space for fans. Spacier ballpark now for fans. The stretch, the 1-2 to Brown. Swung on, popped up. Over first. Richardson over to the fence, and it's out of play. A good 20 rows deep. Still 1-2. Other changes at Hammond Field is a new bank of trees past the bullpen and left. Now, this is just a beautiful ballpark here in Springfield, but the one thing that you could say isn't pretty is the concrete factory past the left field wall. That, concrete's not so beautiful, especially in its unmixed form. The stretch by Pomeranz. Under the belt, there goes the runner. Brown swings and chops it outside third. That'll bounce off the Arkansas dugout. Still 1-2. Now, those trees, they're pine trees. They don't block the concrete factory yet, but give it a year or so. Those trees will grow, and everybody will forget about those yellow trucks and the white powder. Other than that, it's a gorgeous place for a ball game. Pomeranz looking for the sign. Wood takes the lead. Leaning back towards first. The pitch, Wood stays, and Brown also stays alive. He was caught leaning over the plate, but he got a little piece of it, tapped it off the plate, and it bounced back behind the catcher. That's 4 consecutive foul balls hit by Brown. 0-0 our score, top of the 4th. Cardinals have had 2 scoring chances. The Travelers, they've only had 1 man get to second base. Wood, a 1-out single here in the 4th inning. Brown working with a 1-2 count, 1 away. Pomeranz leaning in, ball in his hand, gets the sign, comes set. Big righty holds there for a second. And he'll step off the rubber. Brown called timeout, too. Pomeranz had some real struggles at Double-A last year, but he seemed to get the groove in the month of August, where in 6 starts, he allowed only 3.00 ERA. He's pitching pretty well so far today. 1-2 pitch to Brown. Swung on, double play ball to short, gobbled up by McCoy. Underhand shuffle to Hoffpauir, relay to first, double play. It goes 6-4-3, and the inning is over for the Travelers. So Wood's 1-out single is erased. Nothing doing for Arkansas. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 0-0 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard credit card. Cash back, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For a limited time, we'll give you 1,000 rewards points, and you'll get a low 2.9% annual percentage rate on qualifying purchases. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at afcu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
0 is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Since 1901, the Arkansas Travelers have been making memories in the natural state. Now you, your friends, and family are invited to create some memories of your own as the Travs charge to the 74th and final season at Ray Winder Field.
Double play ends it. The Travs are the East Division champions.
Come share the excitement. For tickets, call 664-1555 or visit Travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers, still the greatest game on dirt.
Your home for Arkansas Travelers baseball. Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
And back at Hammond Field, Phil Elson alongside you for today's baseball broadcast. I'd like to thank Arlen Horn, who's back at the studios of Little Rock's ESPN 1380. Arlen hitting the right buttons at the right time. Arlen and I had a conversation before the broadcast started about some of the food that is located around other minor league ballparks. The food that they had up in the press box for us today was a foot-long bratwurst, and they sell that here at Hammond Field. Now, you know, they've got foot-long hot dogs. There's such things as 3/4-pound hamburgers. A foot-long bratwurst is mighty heavy and very good, I also might add, here at Hammond Field. First thing you smell when you come into this ballpark is the smell of frying onions. Wonderful smell. Rico Washington will lead off for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 4th. James Holcomb delivers outside with a slider, and it's ball 1. Washington, the 4-hitter, followed by Martin and Cody Harther. Holcomb to the plate, a 1-0 fastball chopped towards the right side. Casey Smith 2 steps into the hole, easy play, and the flip to first will retire Washington, who is now 0 for 2. Holcomb over now 3 1/3 innings has scattered 2 hits. He has not walked anybody, though he has hit a batter. And James has struck out 2. Here comes Brian Martin, who is the batter that Holcomb did hit back in the 2nd inning. Martin would go to 3rd on the double and was caught at the plate trying to score on a ground ball to the mound. Holcomb into the glove. The big right-hander lines up, rears back and delivers. And Martin looks at a strikeout at the knees. 0-1. Checking the Major League scoreboard, we have 2 games in progress. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, top of the 3rd. Here's a 0-1. Martin takes another strike inside corner, and it's 0-2. Cincinnati 3, the Pirates 2, top of the 3rd. Jose Castillo, a home run for the Bucks. Rich Aurelia hit his second for the Reds. The 0-2 to Martin. Upstairs and a little inside. Ball one. Tampa Bay, a 4-0 lead at Toronto. They're in the middle of the third inning. Those are the only games in progress. 1-2 to Martin. Swung on. Chopper towards short. It'll be Wood backhanding, throwing quickly to first and getting out number 2. Brandon Wood and Matt Brown on the left side of the infield. Brown looked like he wanted to try to cut that ball off on the slow chopper, but he let Wood take care of that. And I think that says something about how they worked together last year at Rancho Cucamonga. There can be a synergy between a shortstop and a third baseman. A lot of times a third baseman will cut a ball off from a shortstop if he thinks he can't make the play, but looks like Brown and Wood understand each other pretty well. Arthur, the batter, he takes outside, ball one. 2 outs, nobody on base. And still a 0-0 score, bottom 4. Here's the 1-0 to Arthur. Holcomb's pitch is slap foul the other way. That'll go over into the Redbird Roost, a special section of seats at Hammond Field, which costs $22 to sit in the upper deck. But with your ticket, you get all-you-can-eat food. Not a place for dieters to sit. 1-1 to Arthur. Pops up foul again into the Redbird Roost. You also get a lot of foul balls up there. Another new addition to Hammond Field, and it's something I'm a little disappointed to see. It's a basketball hoop located past the stands in the third base area. What do you need a basketball hoop for at a ballpark? The 1-2, gloved off the mound, and Holcomb drops it, recovers in back of the mound, flips the first, gets the out. Nice play. Good job by Holcomb staying with that one and not really rushing himself. So he retires the Cardinals in order, and we'll go into the 5th inning. Still a 0-0 game and a pitcher's duel on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headaches, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use direct. AgPro knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We go into the 5th inning quickly here at Hammond Field. Already 1 hour gone, and we're into the top of the 5th. One thing's for certain now, since I said that, we'll be playing 20 innings and we'll play for 6 hours. 0-0 score. Each team with 2 hits, no errors have been committed. It's been a very clean game for both sides. The pitchers have been the stars so far. Stu Pomeranz for Springfield, James Holcomb for the Travelers. Here in the top of the 5th inning, it's number 5 batter Jason Espedo to lead off. Espedo flied out to right field in the 2nd inning as Stu Pomeranz had set down the first 8 batters he'd faced. And this will be a left-handed batter against the righty Pomeranz. Middle infielders deep in the corners, just about a step behind their bases. Pomeranz, the big right-hander, winds and comes home. Change up, swing and a miss by Espedo, strike 1. Traveler fans who remember it well, you'll never forget that last play of the Texas League Championship Series last year, myself included. Here's the 0-1 to Espedo. Check swing. Plate umpire says he went around on a changeup and missed it. Strike 2. Espedo won't forget it either. On a 4-2 count, struck out to end the championship series. And when I saw Esposito at spring training this year, the first thing he said to me was it was still ball 4. And I said, you know what? You're right. It still was. Ball 1 in the dirt here to Esposito. Never quite forget the look on Jason's face in the clubhouse after that game last year when he had struck. He was the first batter ever to strike out in a 4-2 count. And the look in his face was just one of shock and disbelief. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, very high to right field, not too deep. Stavinoha in front of the warning track with room, and he makes the catch. And that is out number 1. Here comes Bobby Wilson to the plate with Esposito flying to right field for the second time. Bobby Wilson grounded out to third base in the second inning. He's 2 for 8 in the series. Second baseman Hoffpauir moves a little closer up the middle. He's still 2 steps onto the grass. And here's the first pitch to Wilson. He'll check a swing. The pitch is low, ball 1. Wilson very well put together. Seems to have a lot of strength, especially with that throwing arm. The 1-0 pitch outside, and it's 2-0. Pomeranz hasn't been behind many batters 2-0. In fact, this is only the second batter that he's fallen behind with a 2-0 count. See if Wilson can't do something with it. Pomeranz gets the sign, and here's the 2-0 pitch. He missed high with a fastball, and it's 3-0. Pomeranz, no walks. Came back from a 3-0 count against Gates in the third inning to strike him out. The pitch to Wilson is low, and there's a 4-pitch walk. First base on balls offered up by Pomeranz. And this brings Mike Elward to the plate. Pomeranz with Springfield last year walked 40 in 98 2/3 innings. He had walked only 10 in 48 innings at single A. He's had outstanding command today until right there. 4-pitch walk to Wilson. Here's Elward, who lined out to center in the third inning. Elward, a right-hander. Richardson will play in front of Wilson at first. As Pomeranz goes to the belt and now to the plate. And a swing and a line drive foul outside third base. That's the second time Elward's been just a little bit in front of a Pomeranz pitch and lined it foul. Tyrone Boykin going through the series of signs at third base. He'll back up behind the bracket. Moylan out to the mound to speak with Pomeranz a quick second. Back over to first goes Wilson. Hitting coach Keith Johnson holding Wilson's batting glove. Talking to him about the situation. Pomeranz back on top of the mound. Elward at the plate. Wilson takes the lead about 3.5 steps. And the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Moylan. There goes Wilson for second. The throw is on the money and in time, and Wilson is caught at second. It is a caught stealing 2-4. And boy, you can really see how the Travelers are going to be playing this year on the bases. They are going to be aggressive every chance they get. It seems over the first 3 games against Springfield, every time a pitch has hit the dirt, a base runner has taken off. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. 1-1 to Elward, swung on, hit in the air to deep center field, got a hold of it. Gorecki back towards the track. He dives, he couldn't catch it. It bounces off the warning track and over the fence. It'll be a book rule double, but Elward trying for a triple. They'll throw to third base and tag him out, but the right field umpire is saying that was a book rule double. Springfield is starting to walk off the field. The first base umpire is saying that's a book rule double. He's waving his arms. He's waving his arms, coming in to tell the other umpires that this inning is not complete. The third base umpire talking with Tyrone Boykin, and now they figured out the situation. Springfield is being called back out onto the field, and Elward's going to go to second base. The ball hit the warning track, which is made of your normal warning track surface, the dirt surface, and it hit off the warning track and bounced over that yellow line. The reason it seems, I think, to some of the fans that it was still in play is that it hit the chain link fence above the home run fence. That's out of play. And so it's going to be a book rule double for Elward. Elward didn't know it hit that chain link fence after bouncing over the home run fence. He was too busy looking at third base coach Ty Boykin and trying to leg out what would have been a very rare triple for the Traveler first baseman. And I'll tell you what, if that play would have stood, he'd have been out by 5 feet. Mike Elward has had 9 triples over a 5-year career. And instead, this will turn out to be his 100th career double. So it's a 2-base hit for Elward. And now Gates at the plate, a chance to put Arkansas ahead. There's 2 outs. And the first pitch is inside, ball 1 to Gates. Gates called out on strikes in the 3rd inning after getting ahead in the count 3-0. The next 3 pitches all were called strikes. Elward takes the lead off of second base. Hoffpauir, the closest to him. And the 1-0 to Gates is inside. It's ball 2, 2-0. Well, there was no argument from the Springfield bench. Manager Chris Maloney also must have seen that ball go over the fence. Now the stretch by Pomeranz. Elward left alone at second. The 2-0 to Gates. Swing and a miss. Big cut. It was up in the zone. The count now 2-1. Boy, the scoring chances have been few and far between. You don't want to waste any kind of chance you have in a game that's been pitched so well, especially defended so well today on both sides. Pomeranz checking second. The 2-1 to Gates. Inside and dropped by the catcher. Didn't roll far away. He picks it up. Elward stays at second. 3 balls, 1 strike on the Traveler DH. On deck is second baseman Casey Smith. Pomeranz holding the ball in his hand in a changeup grip. Elward creeps away from the base. Nice big lead. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, grounded outside third, and fouled by Gates. Count goes full 3-2. Nothing score, top of the 5th. Second time the Travs have had a man reach second base, but each time it's come with 2 outs. Pomeranz, 1 strikeout so far. He's allowed 1 walk, 2 hits. Here's a payoff to Gates. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a changeup, and the 5th inning is done. No run for the Travelers, 1 hit, 1 stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th as we're halfway through today's game. Nothing score on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Chick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Chick, it's always the best. We slow cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lip-hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Chick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Chick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Chick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Chick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the catfish?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the 5th inning at Springfield, and the Travelers and the Cardinals playing to a 0-0 tie so far. Good defense, great pitching, not much hitting. 5 hits between these teams. Travelers with 3, Cardinals with 2. James Holcomb back on the mound for the Travs. Native of Reno, facing the bottom 3rd of the Springfield order. Jarrett Hoffpauir first. Lon Richardson and Dan Moylan will follow here on this sunny, windy, early afternoon in Springfield. Here's a first pitch from Holcomb. Hoffpauir swings, chops to third. Brown plays it off to the side, wheels around, and fires for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out, and Holcomb has now set down the last 7 batters in order. Nice play by Brown. He seems to play the ball off to the side very well. And an accurate throwing arm. Here's Juan Richardson. Richardson with a thread of power in his bat. He's had a career high of 22 home runs established in 2001 at Single A Lakewood when he was with the Phillies. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Richardson grounded out up the middle in the second inning. Brandon Wood made a beautiful diving stop and a perfect throw. The 1-0 from Holcomb. Outside, ball 2, 2-0. A play by Wood saved a run. Richardson could have brought in 2 runs if the ball got behind Brandon. And now the 2-0 pitch to Richardson is up high. That's ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Holcomb, no walks yet. He's been to 3 balls on only 1 previous hitter. And now the 3-0 on the way to Richardson. Strike 1 called. Fastball right down the pipe. Richardson windmills the bat around, waits. The 3-1 pitch is lined up the middle and into center field, a base hit. Wayne Bacon picks it up clean and gets it to the infield with Richardson turning the corner at first, holding, and a 1-out single. That'll stop the string for Holcomb at 7 consecutive batters retired. Here comes Dan Moylan. The 9-hitting Moylan collected Springfield's first single of the game, a leadoff single in the 3rd inning. He would make it to third on a sac fly and a flyout, but was unable to score. Richardson at first. He has not stolen a base in 2 years. And he's taking off. The first pitch is lined in the left field. Teal charging, playing it on a bounce. Richardson stops at second base. The hit and run worked, but not quite to perfection. Richardson will only get 1 base on the single by Moylan. And the Cardinal catcher is now 2 for 2. And there's men at first and second for the top of the order. So McCoy has a chance now. He had dropped down a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd inning. Struck out in the 1st. All told over the series, 1 for 8, no RBI. Trav set up to turn 2, and the pitch comes to McCoy. High and tight, 1-0. Elward will play behind the runner at first base. He will not hold him on. Casey Smith, the Travelers' second baseman, is holding Richardson. Wood playing off the bag at shortstop. And Brown behind the bag off the line at third. Bobby Wilson steps in front of the plate. Signals to his infielders. Outfield is straight away, a little shallow and right for McCoy. A 1-ball, no strike count to McCoy with 1 away. First and second for the Cards. Holcomb sets, comes home. McCoy swings, fouls it back. That'll hit the top of the press box. Bounds back into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not quite a jam for Holcomb. He could still get out of this with a ground ball. Travs have turned 4 double plays over the previous 2 games. 5 double plays over those 2 games. At the stretch, Holcomb, 2 checks at second. The pitch, off speed, he hit him. He got McCoy in his left arm, and Holcomb loads the bases with 1 out for Reid Gorecki. That just looks like James didn't hold on to that changeup long enough. Came out of his hand a little too soon. And McCoy did try to get out of the way, just bared right in on his elbow. Here's Reid Gorecki coming up with the bases jammed and 1 out. Just the second chance for the Cardinals with the bases loaded over this series, and it was Gorecki who had the chance on Thursday, but he popped up with 2 outs, leaving the bases loaded. Gorecki, a right-handed batter, he has flied out to center field twice, including 1 time to the track. Here's the stretch by Holcomb. And the first pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Wilson. It rolls in front of the plate, saved by Holcomb, shuffles to the plate. Tagged out is Richardson. That's out number 2. A huge base-running blunder. Wilson was able to block that one, but it bounced off his chest protector in front of him. Wilson thought it got behind him. Holcomb, very alert, he charged to the plate, shuffled the ball with his glove to Wilson for the tag out of Richardson. Call it 1-2. At the plate, McCoy goes to second, Moylan to third on that fielder's choice. Big base-running blunder there by Richardson. He got the bases loaded and 1 out, and tried to score in a pitch that wasn't more than 5 feet away from the plate. So now it's second and third and 2 outs. 1-0 count to Gorecki. The stretch, the kick, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, outside third, foul. Brown dives for it in foul territory. Base umpire got a good look at that. And the count goes to 1-1. There's certainly something to be said about aggressiveness and an aggressive nature on the base path. A lot of times, that kind of attitude is going to win you a ball game. But, as we've talked about many times, there's a big difference between being aggressive and not being smart. And Richardson made a huge blunder. You kind of wonder if Chris Maloney sent him. I doubt it. 1 ball, 1 strike. At the belt, Holcomb now to the plate. And it's low, and that's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Reid Gorecki. We are still in a scoreless tie in the bottom of the 5th. Now the 2-1 to Gorecki. Up high, and Holcomb losing a little bit of his command. That was a good foot out of the strike zone, and also a little bit inside. So here in this 5th inning, after recording the first out on 1 pitch, Holcomb fell behind Richardson 3-0, gave up a single. Moylan singled. McCoy was hit by a pitch, and now James behind another batter 3-1. Holcomb sets. Checks third. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. He took something off it. Change up, and it's 3-2. Gorecki takes a practice swing in the batter circle, steps in, taps the plate on both sides. Holcomb into the stretch, trying to finish the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball in a shallow left. Peel is there, coming in a few steps to make the catch. And that'll end the 5th inning. The Cardinals waste a golden opportunity. They have the bases loaded and 1 out. They get no runs. 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the 6th. Still 0-0 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we got a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard credit card. Cash back, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For a limited time, we'll give you 1,000 rewards points, and you'll get a low 2.9% annual percentage rate on qualifying purchases. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at afcu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back at Hammond Field as we go into the top of the 6th inning, a 0-0 score. Boy, the Travelers have really escaped out of a couple of tough situations with strong defensive plays by Brandon Wood, Matt Brown as well. and Mike Elworth, but then they were also aided by a big base-running blunder by Springfield first baseman Juan Richardson, trying to score from third base on a pitch in the dirt. It only rolled away by about 5 feet. James Holcomb very alertly streaked to the plate, fielded it, shuffled it to Bobby Wilson for the tag out of Richardson, and then Holcomb got out of the frame, inducing a fly out from Reid Gorecki. So Springfield having a real tough time bringing runs in. The Travelers, meanwhile, have had some trouble getting men on base. Arkansas has only put on 4 base runners, 3 by way of a hit, 1 by way of a walk. We'll start the 6th inning with second baseman Casey Smith. Bill Ellison with you here on Little Rock 3 ESPN 1380. Remember, we've got that new Traveler audio gallery on the website. We'll put up recaps from every Traveler game. We'll put up Traveler commercials as well. If you've never heard Bill Valentine sing, the bingo commercial is on that audio gallery, so go check it out. Casey Smith to lead off. He takes a high fastball, and it's 1-0. Those of us who work for Bill Valentine, we know that he loves to sing. If Bill comes into the office singing, he's in a good mood. Here's the 1-0 to Smith, and it's up high. It's ball 2, 2-0. And Bill doesn't realize it, but he actually sings the theme to All in the Family. He doesn't even know it. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Smith swings, ground ball hard to third. Washington right there to field it. He'll flip to first, and Smith is retired. Casey now 1 for 2. And we go to the top of the Traveler order. It'll be Dwayne Bacon coming to the plate. I think I'd like to get Arkansas Al singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game on the audio gallery. One of the things you always like to hear on a Sunday afternoon at Ray Winder Field. Time called by the plate umpire. And he saw something that was getting in the way of runners on the first baseline. I don't know, maybe a penny, a dime perhaps. Umpires don't get paid so well. Bacon stands in. Nobody on base. He squares around. He takes a strike on a slider. 0-1. Corners coming up. Washington at third. Richardson at first. Bacon waiting, and the 0-1 comes. Low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bacon. Dwayne is 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop-up today. 3 for 9 over the series. Very speedy Traveler center fielder, a new prospect in the Angels organization. And the 1-1 on the way. Bacon squared around. He took it up high. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Bacon, who was rated as the fastest base runner in the Cubs organization, just lost out due to a numbers game. And here's the 2-1. A swing and a miss. He's out in front of a changeup. 2-2. But the Cubs did like Dwayne Bacon. They did not release him. They traded him to the Angels for future considerations. So who knows what those future considerations could be. Could be a player, could be a bag of balls. 2-2 pitch. Bacon swings and hits it high to the center fielder, Gorecki. And he'll make the catch rather easily, and there's 2 out. I'm kidding. I don't think that the Angels would trade a bag of balls for a player, but it's happened before. Here's Aaron Peel. Peel is 0 for 2. Popped up and fly to center. Right-handed batter, 2 outs, no one on. First pitch from Pomeranz. Strike called outside corner. Mention how well Pomeranz pitched in the last month of the season last year. The 0-1, Peel swings and misses strike 2. Pomeranz had some real troubles with the Travelers last year. In the first 3 starts against the Travs, he had allowed 15 runs in only 14 innings. But in his final appearance against the Travelers on August 31st, only 2 runs in 8 innings. Peel, a little number close to the third base line. Washington plays at fair territory, throws on the run, and Peel beats it out for an infield single. So Peel showed a little bit of speed there, although Washington had a very tough play to make. He got the throw accurately to first, even had some mustard on it, but Peel beats it out. Here's Brandon Wood. The top Traveler hitter has a chance. possibly with an extra base hit to bring Peel home. With 2 outs, he'll run on contact. Wood has the entire right field corner to work with. Stavinoha positioned close to the gap. The stretch, Pomeranz at the belt. He delivers. Wood takes in the dirt. It'll bounce away from Moylan. Peel wants second base, and he gets there with no throw. Call it a wild pitch. First for Pomeranz today. Moylan walks the ball out there, and he and Pomeranz will walk to the top of the mound together. Go ahead run at second for Wood. Brandon with a game-winning RBI on Thursday, and he had a part in the game-winning run yesterday. A little action on the Springfield bullpen for the first time tonight. Kevin Uhl warming up. 1 ball, no strikes to Wood. He's driven in 4 runs already this year. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball 2. Traveler bullpen is silent for the moment. Pomeranz getting up around 70 pitches now. Trav starter Holcomb has thrown 66. 2 balls, no strikes to Wood. Does he get a good pitch to hit? Here it is. And there it goes to deep center field. Gorecki back to the warning track. At the wall, he couldn't catch it. It's off the base of the fence. And Wood has driven Peel home. Wood will coast it to second. A stand-up double. It's 1-0 Trav. So Brandon Wood comes through once again with a clutch base hit. That is the 3rd base hit he's collected in this series, which has broken a tie game. RBI number 5 for the Trav shortstop, his 2nd hit of the game. And here comes Matt Brown to the plate. A little 2-out lightning for the Arkansas Travelers. Brown is 0 for 2, hit into a double play and fly to left. First pitch, he pops up on the infield behind the second base area. Gorecki, that's McCoy, calling it and catching it. And that'll retire the side. But the Travelers strike first with 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's 1-0 Travelers. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always follows the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safely. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with Deductible Rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, fans. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We come back to Springfield where the Arkansas Travelers have put up a run at the top of the 6th inning on a double by Brandon Wood. And now James Holcomb, who has pitched 5 pretty good innings, who's had to be a little careful on occasion. And Holcomb has that 1-run lead to work with, and in the 6th inning he'll face Nick Stavinoha, Rico Washington, and Brian Martin. Stavinoha first, a 3-hole hitter, called out on strikes in the first, slide to right in the 3rd. Big righty Holcomb goes to work, and Stavinoha swings and misses over top of a changeup, strike 1. No Texas League games have begun yet. They're all starting tonight. Tulsa hosting Wichita. Here's an 0-1 to Stavinoha. Ball 1 down low, 1-1. Midland and Frisco at the soda bottle. And Corpus Christi hosting San Antonio at the Big Burger. Pitch to Stavinoha inside at the knees, 2-1. Big league games in progress now. Cincinnati's increased their lead over the Pirates 5-3 with an Austin Kern solo home run. They're in the fourth. 2-1 pitch. Stavinoha fouls it at the plate, and it's 2-2. Arizona 2, Milwaukee nothing. Top of the second. The Cubs and the Cardinals are scoreless into the bottom of the first. Dodgers and Phillies, Braves and Giants, Nationals, Astros, Rockies, Padres, all later tonight. The Mets and the Marlins have been postponed because of rain. Stavinoha fouls another one off. It remains 2-2. There's your first rain out of the Major League season, the Mets and the Marlins. Here's a 2-2 from Holcomb in the dirt. Stavinoha runs it full. Action in the Traveler bullpen. Right-hander Aaron Pullen getting ready. We haven't seen Pullen yet this year. Also Alan Buckley, Tim Bittner, they have not yet pitched. The 3-2 to Stavinoha. He struck him out swinging, got him with a slider. Strikeout number 3 for Holcomb, and it's the second time he takes care of Stavinoha. In the American League, there are 2 games in progress, with Tampa Bay leading Toronto in the 4th inning 4-3. The White Sox and the Royals, 0-0 into the second. Later today, Red Sox at the Orioles. Kurt Schilling pitching against Bruce Chen. The Tribe hosting the Twins. Here's a pitch to Washington, outside, ball 1. Washington has flied to center and grounded to second today. 5 for 9 over the first 2 games, 0 for 2 today. Holcomb's 1-0. Washington swings, laces it towards the corner in right field. Hooking, foul. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Washington with a very hard hit line drive. Tigers at the Rangers today as Detroit looks to start the season 5-0. Jim Leland's Bucks playing some big Jim Leland's Bucks. They used to manage the Bucks. Jim Leland's Tigers doing a great job. 1-1 to Washington. Is outside, ball 2. A former Traveler is also a coach with Leland on the Tigers. Andy Van Slyke is the Tigers' base running and outfield coach. Here's the 2-1 to Washington. Swung on, popped out of play over the press box, and it's 2-2. Oakland and Seattle tonight. The Angels and the Yankees. Irvin Santana, former Traveler, pitching against future Hall of Famer Randy Johnson. That'll be a great game tonight in Anaheim. The 2-2 to Washington. Swung on and ripped into right field for a base hit. It'll be a single. A Speedo right there to pick it up as the ball went between first and second base. Washington's first hit of the game is the Cardinals' 5th. Still, it's a 1-0 lead for the Travelers in the bottom of the 6th inning. Boy, Washington really swings a good bat. Here's Brian Martin. Martin was hit by a pitch in the second. Later was thrown out at the plate trying to score in a ground ball. And in the 4th inning, Martin grounded to short. Chance for a double play, perhaps. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled into the seats at first base. It'll slice into the concourse level where a couple of people try to sprint after that. You know, the coldest place in this ballpark today is the concourse. It's underneath the roof, more like a wind tunnel. If you're in the sun, you're okay. If you're not in the sun, you are a freezer box. Not many people sitting in the shade. The stretch by Holcomb and the 0-1 to Martin inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It almost looks like the seats that are in the shade almost contain the plague. I mean, people are staying away from those seats as if there's something wrong with them. Holcomb turns, throws to first. Diving back in is Washington. The seats in the sun are almost completely taken by the fans. Still all long sleeves, jackets, a couple of blankets. The stretch, another throw to first. Washington is back. Yet there's still a few people who insist on wearing shorts and flip-flops to Hammons Field today. Not the most comfortable attire. Give it a couple of months. That's when it'll be comfortable. Holcomb ready again. Good lead for Washington. He stays, and the pitch is chopped over the mound, up the middle, and into center field. a base hit. Washington will stay at second base as Bacon throws to the infield. And so back-to-back singles put the tying runner to scoring position for Springfield. So Holcomb has now allowed 6 base hits. Of those 6, 4 of them over the last inning and 1/3. So it looks like James may be tiring a little bit. Either that or the Cardinals are starting to figure him out much better than they did over the first 4 frames. Pullen's still warming up in the Traveler bullpen. Holcomb will lean in, look for the sign as Cody Harther steps in. Lefty Harther has doubled and grounded to the mound today. First pitch to Harther on the way. Change up outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Harther with 2 hits over this series, both doubles, but no runs batted in. Infield looks to turn 2. Washington leads from second, Martin from first. Holcomb delivers the 1-0. Swung on, high, fly ball, right center field, not going to carry. Espedo and Bacon convert. Bacon makes the call and the catch. Tagging from second is Washington. He'll go to third base. Martin holds it first. And there's runners at the corners for the Cardinals with 2 outs. So Holcomb gets Harther to fly high to center. And now Jarrett Hoffpauir is due up next. This could be the final batter that Holcomb faces. He's almost around 80 pitches now. And with Pullen just about ready to go, if Holcomb gives up the lead, we may see the bullpen. But if James gets through the 6th inning, you'd imagine Pullen comes in one way or the other. Well, here comes Hoffpauir. Hoffpauir is 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice to the mound and a ground out to third. Right-handed batter. Squat stance. Holds the bat high. Holcomb from the belt. He delivers, and it's popped up on the right side of the infield. Casey Smith backing up in a short right field. Tough look at that one, and he drops it. It'll roll all the way to the fence on the right side, and the Cardinals will take the lead. Washington scores. Martin scores. Hoffpauir wants third, and he is in there. When you're playing baseball, it's 1:45 in the afternoon. The sun is pretty high in the sky, and it got right in the eyes of Casey Smith as he drops the ball along the right field line in short right field. It should be a 3-base error for the Cardinals' second baseman, Hoffpauir. I don't see an error going up on the scoreboard. But the Cardinals take the lead on the drop pop-up. And that's going to be it for James Holcomb. Unfortunately, he's unable to get through the 6th inning, though he did a great job getting that pop-up. And so Holcomb leaves the game. Aaron Pullen will come in to replace him. We'll take a 60-second pitching change break brought to you by the new AT&T. Save a bundle on services from AT&T. High-speed internet, satellite TV, voice services, and wireless. The new AT&T, your world delivered. Back after 60 seconds on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SPC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
It's a season to remember as the Arkansas Travelers make 2006 their final season at historic Ray Winter Field. Baseball fans in Central Arkansas have been enjoying minor league baseball for 74 years at Ray Winter Field. And next year, the Travelers will be moving into a brand new stadium, Dickey Stevens Park in North Little Rock. This season is the time to come and make some memories and relive the excitement of Arkansas Travelers baseball. All season long, Little Rock ESPN 1380 brings you the action with Phil Elson's play-by-play. Join us for Arkansas Travelers baseball here on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
We come back here to Hammond Field after Springfield takes the lead on a drop pop-up, which has shockingly been called a triple. For Brian Martin, I mean, the ball was right in Casey Smith's glove. He should have caught that one. That's just a terrible call by the scorer, but that's not really what matters now. What matters is that Springfield has taken the lead 2-1 on that drop pop-up. And Aaron Pullen comes into the ball game to try to get the Travs out of the sixth with Jarrett Hoffpauir at third. And Juan Richardson coming up to the plate. Aaron Pullen, in his fourth professional season now, is making his first appearance of this year. In 51 games with the Travelers last season, 5 wins, 6 losses, and a .503 earned run average. Richardson is 1 for 2. He's hit the ball hard twice. Robbed of a hit by Wood in the second, and he singled into center in the fifth. Pullen will go from the stretch against Richardson, and here's a pitch. It's a slider for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Holcomb goes 5 2/3 innings. He gives up 7 base hits. Even with that drop pop-up that they call a hit, that's 7 base hits. The pitch on the way, and it pops up left side of the plate, still in play. Wilson might have a chance at this one. He is in foul territory, and he puts it away, and the inning comes to a close. But 2 runs come across for Springfield on 3 base hits, no errors. 1 runner left. We'll be back after this break. It's 2-1 Springfield on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advanced Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for ASE-certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for in-depth information from our free do-it-yourself brochures. Get ready for Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store video network that will have you going from no way to knowing how in no time. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advanced Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Okay, here you go. The perfect house. So you ready to put in a bid? A what? It's a pretty tight market, and I'd really hate to see you lose out.
It's the first house you've shown us.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Not working with the Century 21 agent. Century 21 agents pledge to keep showing you properties until you're satisfied. Only Century 21 agents offer the Century 21 service pledge to help reduce the stress of buying real estate. Century21.com. Real estate for your world.
The Century 21 pledge is offered by participating offices. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Ken Fuquet. It's Sean Arnell of Conference Call. Join us Monday through Friday right here on ESPN 1380 in Little Rock. All SEC, all the time. Join King Kincaid and me for all the SEC action. If it's SEC, it's on Conference Call. It's Conference Call Monday through Friday from 5 to 8 right here on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
KDXE North Little Rock.
We come back to Springfield where the Arkansas Travelers had a 1-0 lead going into the top of the 6th inning. Springfield scores 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th on what was called a base hit on what was really nothing more than a drop pop-up along the right field line. For those of you who actually keep score at home, if you do, the Hoffpauir RBI base hit was called a single. 2 RBIs coming home on the play and Hoffpauir going to third on a fielder's choice. It's actually one of the worst calls that you could actually see an official scorer make, but harping on the official scoring never gets you anywhere. The fact of the matter is the Arkansas Travelers are now trailing Springfield by a score of 2-1. And Springfield goes into the bullpen. They bring out right-hander Rich Galamandri, who pitched a perfect inning yesterday of all strikeouts. He looked very tough to hit. Galamandri comes in, taking over for Stu Pomeranz. Pomeranz, an outstanding start. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It is earned. Walked 1 and struck out 3. Pomeranz in line for the win. Here's Jason Espedo at the plate for the Travelers, and he takes a high fastball. The count is 1-0. Bobby Wilson will be on deck, then Mike Elward. Espedo is 0 for 2, 2 flyouts to right field. Galamandri from the stretch. Fastball swung on, tipped off the catcher's mitt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gallimander was overpowering with his fastball yesterday. He struck out Matt Brown, Greg Porter, and Bobby Wilson, all swinging. 1-1 to Espedo. Drops low and outside. And the count 2 balls, 1 strike. So the starting pitchers are the pitchers of record for now. Unfortunately, James Holcomb with a fine start, but he'll get at best a no decision. 2-1 to Espedo. Strike 2 on the inside corner. And the count evens at 2-2. Gallimander goes from the stretch all the time. Espedo waits. Catcher wants it on the inside. The pitch is swung on and missed. A nice change-up, and Espedo strikes out. Gallimander faced 4 hitters over 2 days. There's been a change in the official scoring of that Jarrett Hoffpauir play. And those 2 runs have now officially scored on a 3-base error. And thank the official scorer for changing that after I went over and pleaded my case. E4 to Casey Smith, no RBI for Hoffpauir. But once again, the only thing that matters is 2-run score on the play. Here's a pitch, and Wilson takes outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Bobby Wilson walked his last time up, but was caught trying to steal second. Wilson was out in the second on a ground out to third base. And Gallimander delivers. It's a strike on the low outside edge of the plate, 1-1. Gallimander, a little bit of a funkiness to his delivery. The ball seems to just jump out of his right hand. And he throws a good slider, good changeup, good heat. Here's a 1-1 to Wilson. Low, ball 2, 2-1. Well, it seems that this Travelers-Cardinals matchup is pretty even. Even though the Travs won the first 2 games, each of those wins was by 1 run. It's another 1-run game today going into the 7th inning. The 2-1 to Wilson. He fights it off the fist on the ground to the first baseman. Richardson takes it himself for the unassisted putout. Another nice job by Gallimander as he gets Wilson to slowly roll out. There's 2 gone in the top of the 7th inning, and Springfield leading 2-1. Mike Elward striding up to the batter's box. Elward has hit the ball hard twice. He's been right on it. 3rd inning, lined out to center. And in the 5th inning, hit a book rule double into the right center field gap. Gallimander brings the hands together, sets above the belt, kicks and delivers. Elward looks, a ball down low. 1-0. Gallimander ready again. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. 1 bounce up to McCoy, fields it, flips it, and the Travs are done in order in the 7th inning. Not much doing. It is still 2-1 Springfield as we go into the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to stretch him at Hammond Field. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Apollo 13. Great films known for their award-winning special effects. To create the magic, Hollywood hires companies like Industrial Light and Magic. Industrial Light and Magic hires imaginative people like Aaron Fowles. Before he was a master of special effects, he was a media communications student at Webster University in St. Louis, where his talent took off. Today, he inspires the imagination at DreamWorks FKG. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Here's the windup pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at Travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.Travs.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Aaron Pullen completing his warm-ups on the mound here at Hammond Field as he will face Springfield in the bottom of the 7th inning. They have announced the Texas League attendance for today's game. 7,225 paying to get in to Hammond Field today. And another sellout at Hammond Field. It's kind of odd, though, that they can say a sellout is 6,750, yet there's 7,225 people supposedly in the ballpark. Not to say that they're lying about the attendance, it's just I've never quite figured out how you can have a sellout with more than the official capacity that's listed. I don't know, maybe people are sitting on other people's shoulders. Dan Moylan leads off for the Cardinals, and he'll take a pitch in the dirt from Pullen for ball 1. Pullen faced one hitter in the 6th. He popped Richardson up, stranding Hoffpauir at third base. And now Pullen trying to keep this game of the one-run variety. Pullen from the stretch. The right-hander's 1-0 to Moylan is hit in the air to shallow left field. That's going to fall in front of Teal. Third base hit for Moylan. Another single. Someone hitting .210 last year, and yet Moylan is 3 for 3 today. Top of the order now, and Mike McCoy. There's something about Moylan that I'm not looking at the stats yet, but I thought that he hit pretty well against the Travs last year. Now I'm looking at this, and they're telling me that he got no at-bats against the Travelers. Well, I'll tell you what, if I went in my scorebook, I would tell you that he definitely did. There's going to be a pinch runner here. Rainer Laya takes over as a pinch runner at first base. Laya pinch ran yesterday in the 9th inning for Brian Martin, when represented a tying run. He never made it off of first base. And so Laya takes over as a pinch runner, and that means Iker Franco will be catching the next inning for the Cardinals. Mike McCoy, the batter. He's already had one sac bunt today. Will he try for a second? Brown comes up at third base. Pullen throws to first. And Laya is back in there. McCoy, strikeout, sac bunt, hit by a pitch today. Chokes up, squares around, pitch out, nothing doing. Runner holds, ball 1. It's strategy time now at Hammond Field. Cardinals apparently want to scratch and claw for one run. It's got Cory Doyne warming up in the bullpen. Pullen ready, a high set position. Steps off the rubber, looks Laya back to first. There's also action in the Traveler bullpen. Tim Bittner is getting ready, the lone lefty in the Trav relief corps. Stretch on the 1-0 to McCoy. He bunts it along the first base line. Elward will pick it up and is going to tag McCoy halfway down the first baseline. Second sacrifice bunt for Mike. 3 unassisted, and there goes Laya onto second base. Here's Reid Gorecki. Gorecki had a chance to give the Cardinals a lead in the 5th inning when he came to the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. But after a pitch in the dirt, a runner was thrown out at home, and Gorecki stranded 2 flying out to left field. Here he first pitch swings, grounds to short. Wood's going to throw to second behind the runner, and Laya is tagged out at second base. There's an alert play by Brandon Wood on what looked like a routine ground ball to shortstop. Laya took 2 too many steps. Wood on to Smith at second base, and the play will go 6-4 with Laya erased off the bases. So forget about the pinch runner now. Gorecki is the only base runner. He's at first. There's 2 outs for Nick Stavinoha. Stavinoha has not done much today. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a fly to right. Right-handed batter. First pitch swings, pops it up to the luxury suite on the first base side, and that is strike 1. So again, both bullpens busy. Doyne for Springfield. He'll be the setup man for Mark Worrell. Bittner loosening up in the Traveler pen. Bittner's the only reliever besides Alan Buckley that the Travs haven't used yet this year. Here's a stretch in an 0-1 to Stavinoha. He swings, he tips it foul off Bobby Wilson. Strike 2. 2-1, the Cardinals in front of the Travelers, bottom 7. Travs had a 1-0 lead in the top of the 6th on a Brandon Wood RBI double. But in the bottom of the 6th inning, Casey Smith dropped a pop-up with 2 outs, leading to both Springfield runs. Pulling ready, the 0-2 is popped up again out of play. That'll get over the luxury suite, bouncing along East Traffic Way. Still, it is 0-2 on the big right fielder for the Cardinals. Pulling with the ball in the glove. Glove in the crook of his arm. The sign is accepted, and Aaron Pullen is ready. Here's the 0-2. Stavinoha pops it up again out of play. I mean, he's going to the very same place. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, shoot. That's 4 consecutive foul balls. Gorecki away from first, about 3.5 steps. Elward right there to hold him. Owen trying to put Stavinoha away. The pitch on the way, down and in, and Stavinoha lays off, ball 1. Top of the 8th inning, the Travs will send 8-hitter David Gates to the plate. And remember, there's 2 left-handed bats that can be used as pinch hitters, Greg Porter and Eric Rodlin. Here's the 1-2 from Pullen. It is low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 3-hitter Stavinoha. Pullen about to throw the 7th pitch of this at-bat, but no, first he's going to step off and look the runner back into first base. Pullen did have some struggles at times last year, but when he was on, he was very tough to hit. Good slider down in the zone. The runner goes on a 2-2. It is swung on, grounded to Brown at third base. He's got 1 play at first. He fires and gets the out. And the 7th inning is complete. No runs for the Cardinals, 1 hit, 1 left on. 7 innings are complete. It's 2-1 Springfield. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linen, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
Here's the wind-up pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Cardinals bring on Cory Doyne out of the bullpen after Rich Calamandri pitches a perfect 7th inning. Doyne also pitched in last night's ball game. Doyne pitched a couple of nights ago. He threw a scoreless 2 1/3 innings. Struck out 4 traveler batters without giving up a hit. He did walk 2. Let's say a few things about Cory Doyne. Very good fastball. Not always the best command. But for the most part, Doyne has pretty good stuff. And Doyne here in the 8th inning facing David Gates, Casey Smith, and Dwayne Bacon. Gates will step up to the plate first. Doyne, who was Springfield's closer last year, saved 19 games. But Springfield this year has Mark Worrell closing games. Worrell led all the minors last year in saves with 35. So Doyne will set him up instead. Gates up to the plate. He has struck out in both his at-bats today. He swings to the first pitch and fouls it into the press level for strike 1. Doyne, 6'2", 210 pounds. Fastball, slider, changeup. Mostly the fastball and slider, hard stuff. The 0-1 pitch to Gates is low, ball 1, a ball and a strike. Doyne last year in 55 1/3 innings at Springfield, struck out 53, but also walked 36. The 1-1 to Gates is hit in the air, pretty high, pretty deep. Is it deep enough? Gorecki going back into the gap. He's got room. He will make the catch, and Gates is out number 1. Well, on some nights here at Springfield, that ball that Gates hit may have gotten out of the ballpark, but he hit it to the wrong part of the park this afternoon. With that wind blowing in from left field, Gates hit it right into the teeth of the wind. 1 away, Casey Smith standing in. Casey a single and a ground out. He's 1 for 2. Waits in there and takes low for a ball. Casey's dropped pop-up in the 6th inning with 2 outs. The difference right now that gave Springfield both their runs. The 1-0 pitch is a strike to Smith on the outside corner. It was pretty surprising to see Smith drop that pop-up. Casey's not a flashy baseball player, but more than anything, he's steady. Pitch there, missed low and away, 2 balls and a strike to Smith. Here's Doyne's windup, the 2-1, and that is low. That's ball 3, 3-1. Dwayne Bacon on deck, then Aaron Peel. The Travs trying to come back in the last 2 innings, trailing 2-1 to Springfield. Here's the 3-1 from Doyne. Ball 4. That was low, and Smith takes the base on balls. That's just the second walk that has been offered up by the Cardinal pitching staff. Nobody warming up in the Cardinal bullpen yet. It did use Worrell yesterday. And again on Thursday, Doyne went 2 1/3 innings, so he's shown the ability to pitch more than the 1 inning that a closer sometimes goes. 1 out here, tying run at first. Bacon the batter. Dwayne is 0 for 3. He struck out, popped up, and fly to center. Here's a pitch. Dwayne looks, a slider off the outside corner, ball 1. Washington is even at the base at third. Richardson holds Smith to first. Middle infielders double play depth as the stretch and the pitch by Doyne high and outside. That's ball 2. Doyne checking his fingers. Franco, the new catcher, walks out to the mound with him. Try to settle him down a little bit. Franco taking over from Moylan behind the plate. He'll bat in the number 9 spot. Smith leads from first. A short lead. Bacon waiting from the left side of the box. The righty Doyne set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a tip off the catcher. Strike 1. Franco motioned to his pitcher as if to say, that's the pitch I was looking for you to throw. Bacon, in order to get base hits, has got to hit it on the ground. He could get a couple of dunk shots here and there, but mostly should be a ground ball hitter. The 2-1 pitch is low and inside. Hey, another thing Bacon could do is just take bases on balls. Doyne took care of Gates on 3 pitches. And he walked Casey Smith on 5. The upcoming pitch to Bacon will be the 5th, and here it is. He swings, hits it high in the air to right field. Stavinoha going back for that one. He has room at the track. He makes the catch. And that's out number 2. Back to first goes Smith. Doyne got a hold of that one. But I don't think Bacon possesses too much power. That may have been almost as good as he could hit it. Really hit it pretty well. But again, that wind is blowing in from the outfield. Number 2 batter, Aaron Peel, stepping in. Peel, an infield single and a run scored in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. And a stretch and a pitch to Peel. Low, ball 1, 1-0. Cardinals 2, Travelers 1. Top 8 here at Hammond in the 3rd game of this 4-game series to open the 2006 season. Doyne sets at the letters. He throws the pitch, and Peel hits it up the middle. And into center field, that's a base hit. Smith turns from second. He's going to go to third, and there's no play. Travelers at the corners, 2 outs. And once again, here comes Brandon Wood. Wood just seems to be in a position all series long to either break a tie game or make a tie game. Wood today, 2 for 3. RBI double off the center field wall his last time up. He had a single in the 4th. He popped up in the 1st inning. Brandon Wood with 5 RBIs in 3 games. Doyne goes for the stretch. He delivers to the Travelers shortstop, and Wood takes it low. Franco, a nice stop of that ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Wood back in there. He stands deep in the batter's box. Not too far away from the plate, but he stands tall. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A strike on the low outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Brandon Wood. Going to the back of the rubber, grabs the rosin. All the wind blowing and the cold. Hands can get a little bit slippery. The stretch by the pitcher. Doyne delivers, and Wood looks at a fastball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Wood. Smith at third, Peel at first with 2 outs. Travs trailing by a run. Wood waiting. Here's the pitch, and Brandon swings and fouls it on the ground slowly around to the Traveler dugout. 2-2 count. Runners take the lead. Doyne gets the sign. Catcher wants it outside. The pitch is fouled away. It was outside. Wood went after it. Hits it out of the ballpark over the first base side. Still 2-2. Brandon never even stepped out of the batter's box. Stays in there, eyeing Doyne. Doyne brings the hands together. The kick of the 2-2 to Wood. High and inside. It's a full count. On deck is Matt Brown. Brown 0 for 3 today. Doyne in this inning, a walk and a single. The outs have come on a fly ball and another fly ball. Here's the stretch, the payoff pitch, a swing and a miss, and he struck him out on a slider. So the Travs were in position there to tie the game, but they failed to score. 1 base hit, 2 men stranded, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Cardinals 2, the Travelers 1. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
And we return to Little Rock ESPN 1380. Bill Elson with you as the Travelers trail 2-1 into the bottom of the 8th inning. Tim Bittner comes out of the bullpen, and he'll make his debut for the 2006 season. Aaron Pullen, an inning in the third of scoreless relief work. He pitched around one single, and that was it for Pullen. So it's Bittner, who is now in relief. That's where Tim had been pitching when he was with the White Sox during the 2003 season before the trade to the Angels. Left-handed pitcher facing Rico Washington. He delivers outside. Ball one. Washington 1 for 3. He scored a run in the 6th inning. Bittner throws, and Washington hits him in the air to left field towards the corner. It's in the air. Steele giving chase. He could not catch it. It is fair. It bounces off the fence, and Washington again into second with a double. It is going to be a book rule double as Steele ran out of room over to the corner. Could not catch up with that one. It hit the warning track and then bounced over the fence in foul territory. So a book rule double puts Washington on base. And a double up Tim Bittner to start his season. Bittner last year had some real trouble. In 14 games as a starter, he went 1-7, allowing a 6.33 ERA, and he missed most of the second half of the season. Brian Martin, the batter. Bittner delivers a strike on the low inside corner. Martin is 1 for 2, hit by a pitch. Ground out, a single and a run scored in the 6th inning. Bittner, 6'2", 200 pounds, from Wilmington, Delaware. The southpaw into the stretch. And the 0-1 to Martin. A late swing and a miss on the fastball. Strike 2. So Washington with that hit. That was 7 base hits and 13 at-bats in 3 games. Bittner checking second. Now the 0-2 to Martin. Inside just a little bit. Ball 1. 1-2. Cody Harther on deck. Jarrett Hoffpauir after him. Cardinals 2, Travelers 1, bottom 8. Bittner kicks and delivers the 1-2. Martin takes the change, low and outside. Mark Worrell is now warming up in the Cardinal bullpen. That funky sidearm delivery. Bittner with a 2-2 count against Martin. He delivers the pitch, and Martin swings. He foul tipped it off Bobby Wilson's left shin guard. And it's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bittner, a long look at the sign. Washington, average lead at second as Tim steps off the rubber. Wood right behind the runner. Bittner still looking into that sign. Shakes one off. Shakes off the second, and Wilson will head out to the mound to talk with Tim. Third year for Bittner with the Travelers. In 2004, he was part of that outstanding rotation in the first half. Jake Woods, Tim Bittner, along with Joe Saunders towards the end of the year. Bittner finished that season 8-6 with a 4.46 ERA. Started off last season pretty well, allowing only 2 runs in his first 2 starts and getting a victory. The 2-2 pitch to Martin. Inside, ball 3. So a 3-2 count now from Bittner to Martin. Critical at bat here. Nobody going. Here's a 3-2. No, instead Bittner will step off the rubber back towards second base. No play. Now Tim towing the slab. Finds the sign from Wilson. Comes set. A look at the runner. Now the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Bittner allows Washington's double. Then the walk to Martin brings Harther to the plate. Cody Harther is 1 for 3 this afternoon. He is doubled, grounded to the mound, and flied out to center field. Mike Elward came over from first base to talk with Tim at the pitcher's mound. Figure out how they're going to play this. A possible sacrifice bunt situation for Harther. Harther, however, had a chance for a sac bunt in the 9th inning yesterday with a tying run at first and no outs. He swung away and ended up striking out. Travs play for a bunt. The stretch, the pitch, Harther does not square. He swings, taps it over the mound towards short, picked up by Wood. He steps on the base for 1 out, over to first with a double play. Washington to third base, call that 6-3 on the twin killing. There's 2 outs, and only a runner at third base now for the number 7 hitter, Jarrett Hoffpauir. Nice job by Bittner. Got right in Harther's kitchen. But if that chopper would have gone to first base or third, it may have gone over the head of one of those infielders. That was the best place to put that chopper. So, 1 out to go in the 8th inning. Then the Travs will come up in the 9th with Matt Brown leading off. Espino and Wilson after him. Bittner delivers in the dirt, and it rolls away from Wilson. That'll allow Washington to score with no play. Wild pitch from Bittner. And that makes it a 2-run game for Springfield. Goodness, the Cardinals today have scored their 3 runs on a 3-base error and a wild pitch. They haven't earned a run yet. 3-1 Springfield and a 1-0 count to Hoffpauir. Bittner's pitch is popped up in a shallow right field. It'll be Casey Smith going out. Jason Espino coming in. Espino calls him off and makes the catch. The 8th inning is over for the Cardinals, but they get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Travs need 2 to tie. We go to the top of the 9th. 3-1 Springfield on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. To stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Last chance for the Travs, top of the 9th inning. They'll trail 3-1 and now facing Cardinals closing prospect, Mark Worrell. No relation to the other 2 Worrells who have pitched in the major leagues, Todd and Tim. This mark hails from Boynton Beach, Florida, and Florida International University. He led the minor leagues with 35 saves last year at Single-A Palm Beach with a 2.25 ERA. Trapp saw Worrell yesterday, and Worrell pitched a scoreless ninth. Leading off, Matt Brown. He'll take the first pitch for a strike, inside corner, and it is 0-1. So Cory Doyne pitched a scoreless eighth inning, giving up 1 hit and 1 walk. He also struck out a batter. And then the Cardinals tack on a run at the bottom of the eighth. It's 3-1 Springfield. Here's the pitch to Brown. Slider outside, 1-1. Brown tonight, fly out, double play pop-up, 0 for 3. He was 3 for 9 coming into the game, but not much doing at the plate for Matt today. Worrell leaning in for the sign. He pitches from the stretch with the bases empty. And the 1-1 to Brown is another slider, low and outside, ball 2. Alan Buckley getting ready in the Traveler pen. The only Arkansas pitcher who has not been used out of the pen over the first 3 games. 2 balls, 1 strike. Worrell throws to Brown, and he waits on the slider, but fouled it on the ground to the right side. And it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Worrell has about the funkiest delivery you'll ever see. Seems like he short arms the ball, and he even, with the foot that he lands on, he lands outside his driving foot. He really opens his body up. The Cardinals, however, have no plans to alter his pitching motion. Here's the pitch. Swinging a little looper over first. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Brown is aboard. Over to cut it off is Stavinoha. He overruns the ball. It goes all the way behind him. Brown has third base all to himself. It'll be an easy third base for Brown. He'll slide in there, call it a single and a 2-base error on Stavinoha. So Brown with a little looper over the first baseman for the hit. I'm not quite sure what happened with Stavinoha. He was there in position to field the ball. He just did not get the glove down, apparently. So it's too bad this is a 2-run game now. That would be the tying run at third base without that wild pitch last inning. So now, Jason Espino comes up. He represents the tying run. And Espino homered yesterday. Here's a pitch from Worrell. A swing and a line drive, base hit into right field. Brown scores, and it's a 1-run game. Espino, who went 4 for 4 yesterday, now collects his first base hit of the afternoon. And that's a pretty big one. So it's a 1-run game now, 3-2 Springfield. And here comes Bobby Wilson. First, Blaze Ilsley, the Springfield pitching coach, is going to head out to the mound. Ilsley brings the third baseman Washington and the catcher Franco with him out to the mound as Bobby Wilson is due to bat. So the Travs last year were just about the toughest team to put away in the 9th inning. You can remember a couple of 7-run rallies. And it seems they may be pretty tough to put away again, at least today. Here's Wilson. Bobby today, 0 for 2. Ground out, walk, ground out. Over the series, he's 2 for 9. Right-handed batter. Here's the first pitch. He squares around. He bunts it in the air, but behind the plate and over the screen. Foul ball, strike 1. Wilson, who's a career .281 hitter, has been called for a sacrifice bunt just once in his career. He's trying for his second ever right now. Squares around the 0-1. He bunts it towards the right side of the mound. This will get the runner over. Worrell fields it. He's going to run Wilson back to the plate. Wilson backpedaling all the way to the plate. He gets tagged out. That draws a little bit of a laugh from the crowd. Wilson does his job moving the runner up. Espino goes to second base. And the sacrifice reads 1 unassisted. Mike Elward coming up now. A chance to tie the game with a base hit. Edwards hit the ball hard 3 times. Line out to center. Book rule double to center. And a hard ground out to short. The stretch by Worrell. The right-hander delivers. Elwood takes a slider low and outside. Ball 1. Worrell really seems to count on that slider. His fastball doesn't appear to be overpowering, but the slider, a lot of movement to it. One of those sweeping pitches. Here's the 1-0. Fastball lined the other way. Base hit to right field. Here goes Espino to third base. He has to hold up there. Stavinoha pegs to the plate. A perfect throw. And it'll be runners at the corners with 1 away. Beautiful piece of hitting by Mike Elwood. He took that fastball on the outside corner and drilled it between first and second. But he hit it so hard that it got to the right fielder so quickly that Espino had no chance to score. And it's a good thing he didn't. He'd have been out by half the length of the baseline. David Gates now coming up. The tying run at third. The go-ahead run at first. Springfield 3, Arkansas 2, top 9, 1 away. Gates 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a fly to left. Here's the stretch. Worrell comes home. Gates backs away from a slider. It's a called strike. Anything but the double play here. A fly ball should tie the game. A high chopper on the infield could tie the game, too. The stretch. The 0-1. In there for a strike, and Espino is off of third base. They're going to get him caught in a rundown. This may have been a busted suicide squeeze. Espino tagged out by Franco. Goodness gracious, what just happened? A busted suicide squeeze. Gates missed the sign. Espino caught stealing 2-5-2. Elwood gets into second base on the fielder's choice. My goodness. David Gates misses the suicide squeeze sign. If he would have gotten that one down, Espino was already halfway down the baseline. 0-2 count to Gates. Here's the pitch outside. Well, the tying run now at second with 2 outs. Big mistake. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And the game is over. Travs managed 1 run on 3 base hits and 1 error. One huge mistake by David Gates at the plate. And Springfield pulls it out. The final score, Cardinals 3 and the Travelers 2. Another tight 1-run game between these 2 rivals. We're going to have a great series between the Travs and the Cardinals this year. Springfield pulls out their first win of the season and a 3-2 victory over the Arkansas Travelers. We'll come back with the final totals and the highlights during the Allstate Insurance postgame report. That's after these words on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Back on April 13th, 1932, the Arkansas Travelers opened their brand new ballpark to thousands of breathless spectators. In Ray Winter Field, 74 years as home of the Travs, it's been a breeding ground for big league talent. You've seen young men develop from fledgling minor leaguer to World Series hero and experience the highs of 9 league championships. Almost 9 million fans have spun through its turnstile. It's where we introduced our kids to the great game of baseball. We've brought dates to the bleachers and sat through rain delays with friends. We've grown up and grown older at Ray Winter Field. This is our ballpark. The Travs' new home, Dickey Stevens Park, will be ready by April 2007, and the team's future is bright. But Ray Winter Field has been a part of the fabric of life in Arkansas for 3/4 of a century. During the Travs' 2006 season, it's our chance to say goodbye to an old friend. Call 664-1555 or go to Travs.com.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safely. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off. up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Dan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir. What's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir. Stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
KDXE, North Little Rock. It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
Well, another tight game between the Arkansas Travelers and the Springfield Cardinals, but this time the Cardinals end up with the victory, 3-2 the final score. I'm Phil Elson with you here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380. Let's recap the game. First, the line score, which reads Arkansas, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 6 left. Springfield, 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 7 left. We had nothing game going into the 6th inning thanks to outstanding pitching by the Cardinals' Stu Pomeranz and the Travelers' James Holcomb. The Travs got ahead in the 6th inning after 2 outs. Aaron Peel reaches on an infield single on a ground ball to third, and Brandon Wood comes up to the plate. He comes through once again. 2 balls, no strikes to Wood. Does he get a good pitch to hit? Here it is. And there it goes to deep center field. Gorecki back to the warning track. At the wall, he couldn't catch it. It's off the base of the fence. And Wood has driven Peel home. Wood will coast it to second. A stand-up double. It's 1-0 Travs. But that double would not stand for very long as Holcomb ran into some trouble in the 6th inning. A 1-out single by Rico Washington, followed by Brian Martin's single to center field. Cody Harther's fly out to center would put Washington at third. That brought Jarrett Hoffpauir to the plate. Certainly James Holcomb pitched well enough to win today. It doesn't mean you always win. Holcomb from the belt. He delivers, and it's popped up on the right side of the infield. Casey Smith backing up in a short right field. Tough look at that one, and he drops it. It'll roll all the way to the fence on the right side, and the Cardinals will take the lead. Washington scores. Martin scores. Hoffpauir wants third, and he is in there. Originally called a single and a fielder's choice, the official scorer changed his mind, charged Smith with a 3-base error. Both those runs unearned to Holcomb, and the Cardinals had a 2-1 lead. They would extend the lead in the 8th. Rico Washington doubles off of Tim Bittner. A walk would to Brian Martin brought up Cody Harther. Then a double play put Washington at third. Bittner throws a wild pitch, bringing Washington home. 3-1 Cardinals after the 8th inning. That 1 run proves to be huge because the Cardinals jumped on Mark Worrell immediately in the top of the 9th. Matt Brown with a single. He would go to third base, and the right fielder Nick Stavinoha overran the ball. Jason Espito's base hit would drive Brown in and make it a 1-run game. Then Bobby Wilson's sacrifice bunt pushes Espito into second base, and Mike Elward's single, which was hit extremely hard, to get Espito only to third. That's where David Gates came up to the plate with a chance to tie the game, and looked like a busted suicide squeeze bunt with Espito coming home on the pitch. He was easily tagged out 5-2, and Gates strikes out swinging to end the ball game. The winning pitcher, Stu Pomeranz, he's 1-0. James Holcomb takes the loss. He's 0-1. And the save for Mark Worrell, it is his first of the year. Time of game, unofficially, 2 hours, 25 minutes, and the paid attendance was 7,225. Coming up next on the Allstate Insurance Postgame Report, we check the scores from the majors and the upcoming games in the Texas League after this on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because two great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and FCC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Back on the Allstate Insurance Trans Post-Game Report. Bill Elson with you on Little Rock ESPN 1380. Getting to the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. All the other Texas League games are later tonight. Midland and Frisco at the Giant Soda Bottle. It'll be a 7 o'clock start time. Corpus Christi hosting San Antonio at the Big Burger. That is also at 7 o'clock. Tulsa and Wichita at 7:05 at Driller Stadium. In the major leagues, we have no final scores yet. We have one game, actually 2 games that have been postponed. The Dodgers and the Phillies postponed due to rain. Same thunderstorms have caused the Mets to postpone their game against the Marlins at Shea Stadium. In progress currently in the bottom of the 7th in Cincinnati, the Reds leading the Pirates 8-5. The Bucks are in danger of dropping their first 6 games. Top of the 6th at Milwaukee, Arizona 4, and the Brewers 2. Prince Fielder hits his first home run of the season for the Brew Crew. Luis Gonzalez has gone deep for the Diamondbacks. St. Louis Cardinals over the Cubs right now in the 6th inning, 1-0 in a very well-pitched game between Carlos Zambrano and Chris Carpenter. Later tonight, it's the Braves at the Giants. Hudson and Wright the starters. It's the Nationals at the Astros. Hernandez and Oswalt on the hill. And the Rockies visit the Padres with Day taking on DeJuan Brazelton. 2 games in progress in the American League. Toronto has overcome an early 4-0 deficit, and the Blue Jays lead Tampa Bay 8-4 in the 7th inning. Greg Zahn has gone deep for the Blue Jays. White Sox 1, Kansas City 0. The White Sox are leading that game 1-0 on the strength of only 1 base hit. Later tonight in the American League, Boston at Baltimore. Kirk Schilling and Bruce Chen are the pitchers. Minnesota at Cleveland. It's Baker and Johnson on the mound. The Tigers trying to go 5-0. They take on Texas. Justin Verlander and Kevin Millwood the starters. Barry Zito takes on Jamie Moyer as Oakland visits Seattle. And the Trout affiliate, L.A. Angels, host the New York Yankees today. Former Traveler Irvin Santana will pitch against Randy Johnson. That's your Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. And coming up next on the Travelers Postgame Report, we wrap up this broadcast we set up tomorrow. Again, it was Springfield beating the Travelers 3-2 on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
And we're back to wrap up this broadcast on the Allstate Insurance Postgame Report. Bill Elson with you as the Travelers fall for the first time this season. The final score, Springfield 3 and the Travelers 2. Here are the official game totals for Arkansas: 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 6 left. For Springfield, 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Cardinals stranded 7. Winning pitchers today, Stu Pomeranz. 6 innings, 1 run, 5 hits. He's 1-0. James Holcomb takes the loss, 5 2/3 innings, 2 runs, none earned. He's 0-1. Mark Worrell earns the save. It's his first of the year. Time of game, 2 hours, 25 minutes. The paid attendance, once again, was 7,225. Travs now with a 2-1 record as Springfield ups their record to 1-2. And we'll wrap up this series tomorrow afternoon. 2:10 start time. IT210 pregame show at 1:50. Pitching matchup features Mike McCoy for the Cardinals, 6'3", 215-pound right-hander. He last year combined between Quad Cities and Palm Beach, going 10-11 with an ERA in the high 3s. Chris Hunter will pitch for the Travelers, making his Double-A debut. Hunter actually made 8 appearances at Triple-A Salt Lake last year. He started mostly with Rancho Cucamonga, went 6-8 with a 5.11 ERA. Again, that first pitch tomorrow is 2:10. ITT Tech pregame show at 1:50. Here on Little Rock ESPN 1380. Big thanks back to the studios to Arlen Horn. Thank you, fans, for tuning into this baseball broadcast. I'm Phil Elson, and once again, our final score was the Springfield Cardinals 3 and the Arkansas Travelers 2. Folks, don't forget it is only a game. We'll talk baseball again tomorrow afternoon.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.